I do a little radio show from my backyard in the hills of Encino. I'm a lucky guy. In fact, I'd say luckier than most. I have lots of friends that I like to call stars. Hey, in fact, there's one now. You probably know Ryan Stiles, Drew Carey show. Whose line is it anyway? Black Hawk Down?
I wasn't in Black Hawk Down, Matt. That wasn't me, okay? What are you doing here?
The gate was actually open. I thought I'd take a little jacuzzi-roo.
I got company coming over, okay? People that matter, okay? Get up, go.
Bubbles feel so good,
Look,
Ryan.
Matt, you know what? You gotta stop doing this, okay? I can't be coming home with the wife and kids and you're in my tub, okay? Just get out.
I'm not wearing nothing.
Doohickey, you know, the doohickey that rolls.
Hi, this is Meatloaf. Okay, kids, you know what time it is? You know what time it is? It's Outlaw Radio time!
The most imitated radio station in the nation.
I'm through with standing in line for some fun to begin, but I found a good thing leaving me with a grin. It's time for Outlaw Radio to begin.
What you want? You have the great Billy Gibbons here? Yeah.
It's very cool.
Yes, he just passed out.
Oh,
Yeah. Hey, that didn't sound too bad. Huh?
Had to lighten them up loud. Oh, man. We're here with Matt. Oh, yeah. Had to lighten them. Oh, little Outlaw Radio. We're here with Matt.
And he's not fat.
We got all these guys and girls in the house. Let me tell you, that's where it's at. And that's, ladies and gentlemen, Matt Allen. Pass me a gallon.
I'm going to tell you a story about, well, a story that I shouldn't find funny, but I cracked up when I heard it on the radio. I mean, the good news is the guy lived, but I openly, by myself, I laughed out loud. Bitty Schram on the show today. You know her. She's Sharona. Little Sharona from Monk. Hey, is my camera on? I just doesn't look like it. It looks like red.
It's frozen.
Okay, well, you know how to
It's
fix
just
it.
coming out, yeah.
Well, you don't have to come out to fix that. Dee-dee-dee. Come on now, hit me. Oh. Yeah, you haven't figured this out yet? By the way, for terrestrial radio stations, it doesn't affect you. Just those of you watching us on YouTube, on Rumble, on X, formerly Twitter. Welcome to the big dog of broadcasting. Meant to say broadcasting. Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio on YouTube, on Rumble, on Twitter, and the greatest, finest radio stations in the world. Bitty Schram from Monk and a league of her own, or their own. She's the one that cried and was told there's no crying in baseball. I love this little blondie, and she's non-woke, which I think is why the getting was good for her to get the hell out of Hollywood. And now I don't know where she's living, but I know it ain't here these days, as so many are leaving. I mean, my buddy Ralph Odierna, who's been gone, well, about a week, seems like longer. But Ralph, you're getting the hell out of California as well.
Doing my best.
Yeah, I mean, you're trying. You're trying. Yeah, and it's tough to leave the formerly great state of California because this is a great place to live, sans the politics and the taxes and the homeless. And that's
Crime.
The crime. That's a big sans. I sort of lump that into the homeless, because most of them, if we're going to be fair and we're going to be honest about this, we might as well be, they're druggies. And they're bums. I mean, the vast majority, and I would venture to guess 95% of them want to be homeless because they're druggies. And what else?
Bums.
I think they're bums.
They're
Yeah.
not the historical hobos we had in the past.
No, the good old hobos like our buddy. who is he out there yet? Or
Billy Dilly?
Yeah, Billy Dilly.
Dilly Dilly.
Who would catch who would jump onto a train there in Indiana, and he would do just like a damn hobo. He'd jump on the train, and he and his brothers would go down the tracks. I think just to get away from Papa. And so yeah, he had a tough upbringing. So
You ever done that before?
what?
Had an upbringing? No, jumped on a train because we used to do it back in the day.
Wow.
Up in Mukilteel.
No.
There's a train that ran right by the water down there, and we jumped the train. Me and my
Wow.
friends, we'd get all messed up on beer and jump on and ride the train.
By the way, if you're going to do it, I think you should do it at least inebriated.
Oh, yeah.
I think
So if you do die, you don't really know it.
it's sort of twofold, because if you're not inebriated, you're probably not going to do it. And if you do it inebriated, it's even more dangerous. Than, yeah.
Because you're not relaxed. It's
Yeah.
a scary thing. We rode it for a couple miles.
Yeah.
We jumped back off.
I don't get it. I just don't get that concept. Okay. Now, not only Bitty Schram on the show today, and I love this little blondie, but Ralph Odierna, is it your great cousin or your second cousin?
My first cousin. It's my mother's brother's son.
All right. And this is a cool dude. Why?
He is first of all, he's a genius. He's got like 2 or 3 PhDs.
Yeah, I read that, man. That blows my mind.
But what he's doing is so patriotic. He's a World War II flyer buff, and he has his own World War II plane.
Yeah.
And he and a bunch of these guys are taking them on Normandy for D-Day, and they're flying the WW2 planes to Normandy on D-Day.
I think that's beautiful. So what
Gary Sinise is one of their founders.
So the man is a patriot. Yeah, I love talking to patriots on this show. So God bless your cousin, man. That is awesome. Let me get to this story that made me laugh. And yeah, it's as I read you the headline, you're probably going to think less of me if that's possible. Blind man. Let's just start with that right off the bat. Blind man.
You say it with a chuckle.
Blind man, and I don't want anyone to be blind. You know that. I do care about people. That's why I'm on the right. That's why I am a conservative and not a Democrat. I truly do care about my peeps, as all the kids are saying about 20 years ago. Blind man falls 4 floors. So is it getting better yet? The fact that I laughed about this? Blind man falls 4 floors through empty elevator shaft. See, you're laughing. Now you're laughing.
We're horrible people.
Hey, by the way, Billy Dilly, my Marine, I love you so much, but don't get ahead of the story. I'll kick your son of a bitchin' ass out of here, Marine or no Marine.
Hoorah.
It's like just, little common sense today would be great. I'll get back to the story in a second. To that point. So I'm in there setting up the show, and I'm doing my... Boy, it sounds like I'm bitching today. I am just a little bit. I'll get it off my chest so we can have a really excellent show today. I mean, Bitty Schram is here. Sharona from Monk. I mean, how can it be less than agitating? No. How can it be less than formidable when it comes to the entertainment factor today? She's a great gal, and she'll tell us why she's moving out of L.A. But I'm over there setting up for the show, which means I have to set up all the cameras and then put all the computer stuff in there so we're on YouTube under Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio and Rumble and X, formerly Twitter. And so I am intent looking at that screen and my fingers on the keyboard, and my producer, Tattoo Dave, walks in and says, "Hi, Matt." So because I'm intent on getting this done, I cannot be taken off course. Otherwise, we have no stream and no platforms, at the very least, visibly today.
How about just a yo and then keep on doing
So
it?
I don't say anything. How about just nothing because I'm working? Now, pause another 2 seconds. He said, I said, how are you? Or what did he say? He
said, "Hi, Matt." Again,
he said, "Hi, Matt."
I said, "Hi, Matt."
Okay, what am I thinking at that point? Ralph, you've been in the entertainment business for many, many years. As the performer here, what am I thinking?
I'm not deaf. I heard you the first time, and I chose not to answer you.
Right. You mean a little common sense. So there must be a reason why I'm not answering, because this is so good. What I have to put into the coordinates there is so crucial that if I mess one thing up, You're not seeing us right this second on YouTube, on Rumble, or X. So I'm thinking, how about a little common sense? It's not about you, Dave. And then, a few minutes ago, I said, Dave, he said, I hope you feel better. Oh my God, I said, haven't you had a girlfriend? Haven't there been females in your life? What's the worst thing you can say to a female in that sort of situation?
Are you okay?
Are you okay? Yes, that's it. Bingo. My brother Mart hit it on the head. Are you okay? It's like, oh my God! Now all of a sudden my head is about to explode. Now, why am I saying like a girlfriend? Because being in showbiz, yes, I'm a bit temperamental. I'm also a perfectionist. I like things to be done perfectly. But I'm thinking, Dave, a little common sense. I mean, when you're running those giant 18-wheelers out there to movie sets, and you are concentrating, doing your thing, I'm assuming you don't want someone to take you off track.
Nah, he's texting, he's calling people. He's doing
Is that right?
He's doing it, he's smoking cigars.
So what you're saying is his job is easy?
No.
The time it took you to think up this story, you could have just said hi and I would have walked out.
Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny? He just doesn't get it, does he?
Of course I get it.
Okay.
But I'm never wrong.
So back to, isn't that my bet? Is he now, it's like Lori Downey Jr., our former producer. She told me about this gal who is a huge fan of Morton Downey Jr. Lori Downey was married to the late Morton Downey Jr. And this gal followed them wherever they went. And she then became obsessed with Lori and started dressing like her and doing her hair like her. Yeah, it was sort of scary. Yeah. Do you see the parallel here?
Dave has a red hat on.
You should see my hat.
Oh, no, does he have a red hat? Oh, yeah, he does. He does. Okay. Well, see, I didn't even notice that part.
Slowly but surely, we're getting there.
Oh, yeah. Well, all you need are the Tattoo Dave Show. All you need are the Jonah David pumps, and your outfit will be complete. Blind man falls 4 floors through empty elevator shaft, survives.
Billy already told us he survived.
Yeah, I know. Well, he survived. All right, Billy. Thank you, bud. This made me laugh so hard because I'm just putting myself in the position of, first of all, anyone walking onto it thinking that underneath your feet will be something to stand on, and then it's like a damn Bugs Bunny cartoon, ain't it? It's all of a sudden, oops.
And then even if you survive the fall, then an anvil comes behind you and crushes you.
Right.
But the worst part is if it happened to us, we're looking at the floor coming up at us, we can prepare to do something. He has no idea where the bottom is.
But maybe that's why he survived, because he didn't know what the hell was going on, so he's not really freaking out. He just thinks he's at Disneyland, and it's some sort of the what do they call that? The something
Tower.
The Tower of Terror.
Yeah,
right.
Tower of Terror.
So when I heard this story, I started laughing like a son of a gun, and I'm thinking, I don't want that to happen to someone, but this guy is expected to survive 4 stories in an elevator shaft, and now I hope we don't get news that the guy died. Then I take this all back, and shame on you for laughing. All right, but the dude is on Skid Row, and I've been there, and I'll tell you why I've been there in downtown Los Angeles. He was at a Skid Row building for low-income residents. The incident was captured on video. I couldn't get the video to work. So and by the way, I mean, why do I... Yeah, pretty bad day. But why would I want to see the video? Because who in this room wouldn't want to see the video? Right? Am I right about this? You want to see it. And the fact that this was captured and it's on the internet. Has anybody seen this? Hey, don't go away right now and go watch this thing instead of watching and listening to us. But I do assume that at some point you're going to try to find this thing.
Wait a minute. This is on video?
Yes.
Oh, whoa.
I know.
They had Wi-Fi at an empty abandoned
No,
building?
man.
Yeah,
These are security cameras all over the place.
Yeah, security cams. It happened at the Madison Hotel. Residents say it's the latest example of the poor living conditions in the building, but it's for the homeless folks. The video shows the elevator door open, and the man who is legally blind tries to enter. Well, that's by the way, whoever wrote this, shame on you because you're wrong. It appears that he did enter, right? He did. See, Ralph, there you are.
Maybe he thought it was his apartment.
Jeez, that would be even more extreme.
What happened to my floor?
But he enters, but there's no elevator. The man falls through the shaft. A nearby worker scrambled to help the man. So does that mean a nearby worker
jumped in
way down there, or how do you? I mean,
he pushed the button in the elevator, and brought him up.
That's how he helped him.
I mean, how do you help the guy if you're up there on the same floor that this dude just fell?
Yeah.
The video was posted online as part of a lawsuit against the building's owner. You've already got the guy falling down the elevator shaft, said Tammy Davis, a resident. I mean, what's next?
That's a big...
Davis has lived in the building for 12 years. She says the hotel is a little better than living on the street. So you take what you can get, but it's not the best conditions. Speaking of homeless, which is comprised mainly of bums and druggies.
Yeah, I'll give you an example of how bummed and druggy they are.
Yeah, tell me, Tattoo Dave.
About a mile from my house, they built an encampment. They built these little houses with air conditioning inside of a gated area, and it was for the homeless. There's probably 80 little houses in there.
All right.
And they refuse to go in there because they don't want curfews. They don't want rules.
Right, they don't want rules.
So they won't live in the comfort of a waterproof, a nice little tiny house.
Dave, which is why they don't have jobs, because they won't work. They won't work because there are restrictions to working, and there are rules that you have to adhere to.
Yeah, that's
And Matt, really quick, I got to tell you about the elevator thing.
It's my brother Mark.
I do construction, and I was on a construction site. This is up in Seattle.
Yeah.
There was an elevator shaft we were working around. They put caution tape on it and stuff.
Right.
Like two.
Although the blind man wouldn't have seen the tape.
Two stories up, and it still had not been poured with concrete, the base, and it had rebar sticking up. The city inspector came over, and my boss, I was downstairs. My boss was walking him through the job to show him what he needed inspected.
Yeah.
The guy slipped, skewered himself on the rebar.
Oh!
I didn't witness it. He did. He said, I have nightmare. I can't. I have PTSD. I can't
that's
sleep.
dead.
You can't do anything.
Yeah, that's a dead end.
Once you're... What are you gonna do? You just watch a guy squirm and he's gone.
Well,
pour the concrete.
Yeah, but wasn't this blind guy walking with a cane?
I don't know.
Yeah, but well,
I mean, you'd have to feel there's a drop coming.
You're not believing it.
Yeah,
I mean, you
hear the door slide.
You touch the outside of the elevator.
Maybe he thought it was a curb.
You touch the outside of the elevator doors, and you're assuming that, well, there must be something to confine me in, some sort of a small room where I may.
No cane.
What was that, Mark?
No cane.
Why, you watching the video? You morbid son of a gun.
Wait, Mark C.G. Boyer said, I still don't, I thought he said no pain.
No cane.
Oh, no cane. All right. Okay. So the blind dude, by the way,
he now owns the hotel.
Because we're,
yes.
And do you really want it? We are rooting for the man and hope that he has a full recovery so we can get his ass over here and enjoy some bourbon and then push him into the pool.
Wow, yeah.
Just lead him that way. He'll fall in. Just lead him over.
He went out to his tent and he fell down a manhole cover.
Oh, gee. By the way, we feel the same way as you do. How are we a part of this show? I want you to know you're not.
We're all going to hell.
You're not a lone wolf out there. But bad day.
That's a horrible day, baby.
That really sucks. I mean, 4 stories and you lived. I'm assuming he has a pain or two. But
wow.
There was definitely pain involved.
Yeah, that's a long
cane, but lots of pain.
It's a long way to the bottom if you want to rock and roll.
I wonder if you're blind, if your life flashes before your eyes, you can see it.
Okay, I'm going to ignore that because the name of the show is not Ralph Odierna's Outlaw Radio. That was Ralph, by the way. Speaking of dive bars, I'm going to give you a little, sort of a little snapshot of where this is. Why do I know? I wish that I didn't know, Well, no. I know because of a dive bar there that I used to visit, and it was the diviest dive bar in the world. And no wonder Lori has chosen not to spend time with me anymore. But, however, so we're in not the Inland Empire, but in that neck of the woods.
San Bernardino?
No, not that far. But we're taking the highway, the one that leads all the way downtown. So she, after a few drinks, I don't know if you've ever noticed this with lovely Lori Downey Jr., but she could tend to get a little caustic. I'm not saying I don't, but Lori gets a little caustic. So we're arguing in the car. Well, she continues down, and now it's 2:33 in the morning. Yes, she stops in this area of Skid Row, parks the car in front of myriad, looks like gangbangers, drug users. Sure. I promise you, I am not making this up. Tons of miscreants everywhere.
Get out.
And she stops and she says, "Get out." And I said, "I don't think that's safe." And she said, I said, "I'm not getting out." So she gets out and she comes over and opens my car door.
Oh, wow.
Now all of a sudden she's having conversations.
You're drawing attention
with these friggin' druggies and bums. And, one dude's coming over and saying, "Hey, you got any cash?" And I'm thinking, I got a couple bucks, but if I whip out any cash, I'm dead. This is how people get dead.
Yeah.
At 2:30 or 3 in the morning, downtown LA. I promise you, on my daughter,
Nasty
I'm not making this up. So there is I gotta be careful, but I'm always honest with you. There's got to be an evil side to her, right? But she's not afraid for her life. She's not afraid for her life. Boy, I'll tell you what, man. They grow them hard and tough on Long Island.
Well, Matt, there's another. It's kind of a common thread with you because there's another girlfriend that you had. I think it was Helene, the short one,
yeah,
the Latina. One night we got back from Santa Barbara or somewhere like that. And it was us three, just you, her,
By
and
the
I.
way, Mart, this could have been Maggie. This could have been Maria.
No.
This could have but all of these.
This is a Latina girl.
But this is the only one that dropped me off or tried to drop me off on Skid Row.
No, but this is similar because we went down by Pink's. We were at Pink's Hot Dogs.
Right.
It was late. There was a biker gang. I mean, not just a Hollywood biker gang, like a real.
I seem to
biker gang. She got pissed at you.
I seem to attract biker gangs when I'm inebriated.
No, she got pissed at you and said, "Screw you!" And she walked and got right in the middle of that gang, started talking to.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Good.
Oh
right.
no, because I'll tell you what, I've always had tough chicks in my life. I really have, and I guess I appreciate their toughness. That they're not a wallflower or this woke little NIMBY. Oh, I'm so afraid. No, none of my chicks. Matt, did you say chick? Yeah, broads. None of these broads in my life were wusses.
See, mine were the opposite.
Oh, they were.
Yeah, my ex. She was.
Well, listen. I recommend non-wusses in your life, but obviously there's a double-edged sword here.
It's a balance
because you can lose your life. And honest to God, I felt. I mean, Dave, you're a big guy, and if say you're not packing that night. And you're on Skid Row at 2:30 or 3 o'clock in the morning, surrounded by miscreants. All they have to do is whip out knives, or 20 of them come at you at once.
Yeah, you're done.
I mean, so that. I was going to say I'm lucky to be alive, but some days I'm just not certain. But the fact that I'm alive is sort of a noggin scratcher. I mean, it's really sort of bizarre, man. Okay, more. But that dive bar there, see, it was okay because you could park up the street away from Skid Row. And I forget the name of the dive bar, but it was
King Eddie.
What was it?
The King Eddie.
The King Eddie. Were you there?
I've been there many times with you and Lori.
Wait, did we take you there?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, God, I'm a troublemaker. My apologies. But is it not the diviest bar in the world?
So 7th and Flower.
And it's no longer there. They gentrified it.
Yep.
Thinking that what? This is going to attract a better crowd in this neighborhood? All right, lots to get to, including Bitty Schram, Sharona from Monk. All that and less in minutes on Outlaw Radio.
Come too far to give up who we are. So let's raise the bar and our cups to the stars. She's up all night to the sun. I'm up all night to get some. She's up all night for good fun. I'm up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to the sun. We're up all night to get some. We're up all night for good fun. We're up all night to get lucky. 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 The present has no ribbon. Your gift keeps on giving. What is this I'm feeling? If you wanna leave, I'm with it. We've come too far to give up who we are. So let's raise the bar and our cups to the stars. She's up all night to the sun. I'm up all night to get some. She's up all night for good fun. I'm up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to the sun. We're up all night to get some. We're up all night for good fun. We're up all night to get lucky. 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 She's up all night to the sun. I'm up all night to get some. She's up all night for good fun. I'm up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to the sun. We're up all night to get some.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to Outlaw Radio. The staccato hoofbeats of a golden palomino, carrying a man who fights wherever justice needs a champion. Magic Matt Allen.
Yeah. Just seconds away, we'll bring you a true patriot. I love what this dude is doing. Welcome back, my friends. Welcome back, my friendlies. Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio on YouTube, on Rumble, on X, and truly the finest radio stations that we adore throughout the country. But we were speaking of the homeless and the fact that it ain't a positive thing when you're dropping 4 stories in an elevator shaft. But yeah, do you think? And I want someone on this show, including but not limited to Tattoo Dave, my brother Mart, and or Ralph Odierna, to bust me on this. Don't you believe that the vast numbers of homeless are bums and druggies?
Without a doubt.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah, the percentage is probably.
I mean, they don't want to work. They don't want to work.
True.
They are the filth of the earth. I mean, they're just filthy.
There's
they
also
don't care. They defecate and urinate all over your neighborhood.
Yeah.
They pile garbage. They bring garbage. They're full.
By the way,
mix that with psychological problems also.
Well, no, big time.
Yeah,
but which lands to the other issues.
Yes.
I think.
Yeah.
But
because bipolar, all that stuff, it's a
Tattoo Dave mentioned defecation. Don't they pay good money for that in West Hollywood?
Yes.
I mean that's a whole different thing. But that's I've never been to a parade over there, but only because I'm not interested. Yeah, I have no, and I tell you this from my heart, have no interest in seeing one man slap another man's ass.
Oh no,
I just no interest. So. You believe that you live in a state filled with nincompoop voters? Do you? Do you? I heard this question posed on the radio this week. Will voters in California vote yes on an extra 1/2 cent sales tax to help our homeless? And before the guy on the radio could get the sentence out, I shouted out a resounding yes. Oh, yes. 100%. Because Californians are the most squishy assemblage of asinine dip-ass uninformed do-gooders, do-gooders, who ever laid claim to a once magnificent state. And am I saying they're bad people? No. They are stupid people. They're stupid people.
Well, aren't they doing it for the greater good?
When we had the opportunity to eliminate much of the gas tax, because we're taxed through the old asses here in California on our gas, we had the opportunity to get rid of that tax. You remember that, Ralph?
I do.
You were here, right?
Yep.
What happened, Ralph?
It didn't go away.
No, because the residents in this stupid state thought it was a good idea.
Right.
Because these people, these politicians frame it in such a way that the dip-asses say, well, which way did he go? Yeah, that sounds good. That's helping myopic fish in a lake somewhere? Okay. All right, well, that's a yes. So if you think that there's no chance that this half-cent, because folks are thinking, well, it's only half-cent. The problem is the old slippery slope-a-roo.
Yeah.
Because it starts with a penny, and it did years ago. It's a penny here, a penny there. Now, all of a sudden, we're 10%, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're at 10%.
Well, Matt, how about a dime for a bag at a store, and they try like a 7-Eleven? They must get some kind of kickback because they're always like, "You need a bag? You need a bag?" I go, I'm not buying a bag.
Yeah.
So does the store get something out of that dime, like a nickel out of the dime?
By the way, that was one of the other big scam-a-lama ding-dongs. And is that in every state where you're when you're buying groceries?
It is in a couple others.
Okay.
No, not every state.
No.
Count on New York being one of them.
Yes.
You know, because we set the trends for the most part, California.
And a dime adds up.
And then the other idiot stick blue states, they say, well, that was a good idea. Follow the money. Whoever's making the bags, they are the ones behind this stupid thing. And I said, I'll never buy a bag. And for years, sometimes you're between a rock and a hard place, and you need a bag.
Things are falling out of your arms.
And I used to do that, man.
I did too, just to fight the system, but.
Yeah, but I tell you what, follow the money. You know, it's an old trope, but it's true. Follow the money. Someone got rich off of this. Someone, and there's a lot of payola in politics. Don't you believe otherwise. It is a scam-a-lama ding-dong. Coming up on the show, Bitty Schram. I love this little blondie gal from Monk and A League of Their Own. She's the one who cried in baseball.
Yeah, there's no crying in baseball. Oh, good day.
Yeah, she'll be on.
Thank you, producing.
But this man is...
You're the only one.
Pardon me, Dave? Can I do the show now, or
I'm talking to your dumb brother. Never mind.
Okay.
Dumb brother.
Dr. Christopher Volpe, executive director and founding board member of Science Counts. Oh no. Wait a second. He's not one of these that says believe in the science, does he?
You'd have to ask him.
Oh, God. I don't, because I love what this man is a true patriot. I don't want to get into it with him. I mean, how was he during the flu? You notice I'm not saying the word.
He lives in Dallas.
Okay. And he chooses to live in Dallas.
And he chooses to live in Dallas.
All right.
He doesn't own a mask.
Right? Yeah. I wonder if it was, hey, were you all masked up, Dr. Christopher Volpe? Were you masked up? Were you forced to wear a mask, or you thought it was a good thing?
So I was not forced to wear a mask. I occasionally wore a mask, but I know a little bit about biology, and so the mask went away when the biology kind of, sanity prevailed. Personal judgment there.
Yeah.
But.
Yeah. Would you, if you had an opportunity, cage match, you and Dr. Fauci, would you take it?
Well, I'll just say this.
Yeah.
My next door neighbor had a sign up that said honk for Fauci. And after about a week of people honking at 5 a.m, my 14-year-old daughter was not a big fan of Dr. Fauci.
Oh, I love that.
No idea what was going on.
Okay. Hey, Christopher, whatever it takes, whatever it takes. If it's honking, that's I'm with you. So you knew that it was a pretty bad flu, and that it was sort of taken to the extremes for political reasons, right, Christopher? A little bit.
Well, yeah, it's one of those complicated things, and unfortunately, sometimes important things become religion. and those religions become cults.
Yeah.
And it's sort of sorry to see that. But I haven't heard the word COVID mentioned in about 3 months anywhere around me, so I'm pretty happy about
That's
that.
good. That's good because get ready, it's coming back about 4 months from now. So you have an academic background in physical chemistry, 2 decades of private sector experience in marketing, branding. You're a big smarty pants, is the way all this stuff that I have read on you. And what is this prismatic laser program? What the hell is that, Christopher?
Well, yeah, I don't know about the big smarty pants. So I grew up in New York area, so English is my second language.
Of course, yeah.
You know how you got Ralph on the show. You know how that works.
Oh, big time.
Yeah. So, prismatic magic was kind of a lark. It was a bit of a bet that you could keep a bunch of 5th graders entertained in a room for an hour. So my brothers and I had a crazy idea that, hey, let's fuse Pink Floyd laser shows with Schoolhouse Rock and see what happens. And one thing led to another. The kids were enthralled, entertained, and wouldn't let us leave the room when we were done. We took that as a good sign. And
that's brilliant.
That's a good idea.
That little thing, go figure. You kind of, you don't just feed kids what the administrators say they need to have, but you actually listen to the kids as well. And you remember when we were kids and kind of what sticks with us,
Well, I'll tell you what sticks with me, Christopher. Conjunction, junction, what's my function?
Picking up boxcars and making them function.
By the way, the guy who sang that song, Christopher, was a regular on our show for many, many years. He was the band leader for the Merv Griffin Show. Loved him. In fact, behind me is his trumpet stand, which I should put up on eBay because it's probably worth $5-10.
Plus shipping.
Yeah. By the way, anyone who buys anything on eBay, if it's only $1 the item, when you see the shipping for $50, they're getting you. They always get you. Yeah. So you're bringing the U.S. Navy back to Normandy on June 6th, just a few weeks away. Leaders of the free world, presidents, prime ministers, monarchs, gather on the beaches of Normandy. 80 years. Man, that's just in... Are any of these guys living from WW2?
They are, but just a handful. The youngest soldier who stormed the beaches of Normandy was 17 years old, British, because the Brits let 17-year-olds fight.
Right.
So you add that to 80, and you're talking 97.
Well, but Christopher, there were many, as I understand it, U.S. citizens who lied about their age at 16, some 15, because they wanted to fight for our country.
Absolutely. In fact, one of them, unfortunately, he passed about 10 years ago, was a member of our organization. He grew up in Trenton, New Jersey. He was 16. He wanted to go fly fighter planes for the British in 1939 when the war broke out for them. So, the U.S. wouldn't let him go, so he got on a train, went to Buffalo, stepped into Canada. They were more than happy to see him. They put him in a fighter trainer. 6 months later, he was a fighter pilot. They sent him over to Britain to fly.
God bless him. God bless him.
A friend of ours.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
A friend of ours, Charles Durning, the actor, he was Normandy. He passed away but he was another one, man.
Well,
true. he said some crazy.
Yeah, there are some heroes even in showbiz. There's a handful who will come out and tell you that I really do love America, which is foreboding these days. If you're in Hollywood to say I love the United States of America, isn't that a sickness, Christopher? Isn't that sick?
It's definitely a sign of the times. There are some folks who do that. I guess they have a hard time living in, L.A. They tend to live somewhere else. And one of the guys that we're real fortunate to try to support, and he supports us, is Gary Sinise. Does terrific job.
Good man.
With veterans. So I just want to give him a call out for all the work he and
bet.
the foundation.
Yep.
Yeah. So
I saw his band live in concert, and this guy kicks ass, man.
Yeah. Bass player, right?
Yeah, he's so good, and his band members are the cream of the crop. I mean, they got the horn section. They do the best Earth, Wind, and Fire Chicago covers. They really are. They really are great.
Lieutenant Dan Band.
Yeah, and the fact that this man is a patriot is a beautiful thing. I just love it. And obviously, Dr. Christopher Volpe is a patriot as well. Are you the one who spearheaded this event? Are you the man behind this?
I'm the one who probably pushed it over the edge from a crazy idea that we weren't going to try to a crazy idea that we decided to try.
Beautiful.
You know, I'm the unit leader of the Dallas-Fort Worth wing of the Commemorative Air Force.
Beautiful.
Commemorative Air Force is a kind of a national organization. It maintains about 200 flying World War II aircraft. It's sort of the 11th largest air force in the world, funny enough.
Gorgeous.
World War II airplane. Scattered all across the U.S. Used to be called the Confederate Air Force 20-some-odd years ago. So some listeners might recognize the name Confederate Air Force. But we're going strong, and our mission is to keep these aircraft flying because there's nothing like having an airplane that still moves and makes sounds and makes smells to sort of transport people back 80 years. And you're amazed at what these airplanes did. You know, they flew 400 miles an hour, these fighters, for example, and you look at how flimsy they are in modern terms, and you think, how could people sit in these things and fly and have bullets go through them? And you then, you know, we get asked that question a lot, and the answer is often the Great Depression. And they knew how to sacrifice, and they knew how to suffer, and they were patriots. And they you know, when the call was made, they stood up. They kind of knew what was right and what was wrong.
Yeah, these are good people. A flying time capsule ready for duty, man. Okay, we only have about 90 seconds left, so get to it. How can we be involved, and how can we be a part of this?
So we have an aircraft that is actually left Dallas yesterday. It's in Atlanta today. It's on its way to go up to Greenland, Iceland, fly the same route they flew in 1944 to get to France. It'll be a 2-month mission. It'll be there on June 6th for Normandy. We'd love people to sort of support and track our daily progress. Best place to go is our website, www.dfw, as in Dallas-Fort Worth, wing.com. Facebook, Instagram, it all branches from there, and it's a great way to kind of follow what we're doing. It's going to be a heck of a trip. It's certainly a challenge, but we're darn proud to do it.
And remember, it's 2 W's because it's DFWWING, so DF, Dallas-Fort Worth, WING.com. And I love what this man is all about. Have we ever spoken? Because you've kept him from me for many, many years. But I truly appreciate this man. Dr. Christopher, they are America's greatest generation, beyond a shadow of a doubt.
Agreed. Thank you. Thanks for the time, Matt and the crew there. And we'll be thinking about you guys when we're at 10,000 feet over green.
God bless you, brother.
Yeah, God bless you is right. Yeah. Love that, man. Good choice there, Ralph. We'll be this after back on Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio on YouTube, on Rumble, on X, formerly Twitter, and, of course, you can never forget the finest radio stations in America. That guy's got his shit. How to go about shoes, breaking down my shapes and sizes. I'm a man who's got very specific taste. Just my type. Oh, you got pulse in my brain. Just my type. Oh, I think it's time to just my type. Ooh.
stars, wannabes, and people who just want to hear themselves talk. The demons of decadence, smoking, drinking, and interrupting. Live from an 1876 Virginia City, Nevada-style bar, this is Magic Matt Allen, Outlaw Radio.
For some reason, our podcast listenership is going through the roof.
You're welcome.
So, well, if you have anything to do with that, Ralph, I thank you very much because it's kicking ass. And I rarely mention our podcast, but you can find us, Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio, on any one of the myriad podcast forums out there. So if you miss any portion of the show and you want to hear the audio, which is the way to do it, it's the way God meant radio to be. Not on YouTube, not on Rumble, not on X, although here we are under Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio. I have to punch it in that way. And since you're there, why don't you subscribe to us on YouTube? You know, they're keeping the white man down. Oh, YouTube. They're not big fans of the white man.
No.
Not at all.
And smash the like button. Smash it.
Well, yeah.
Take a sledgehammer to it.
Right, and make a comment.
You heard what the governor of New York said about the black man.
Well, now, hold on a second. You mean the current governor of
Yes.
New York? Yeah. You talk about smarty pants.
She was asking for a budget increase because there are black kids in the Bronx that never heard of the word computer.
Right. That just, that was, that, and I thought, is that true? I mean, the ludicrousy that comes out of the pie hole of these stupid people, and you folks in New York, and by the way, no better than you here in California.
Oh, no.
We may have, I think per capita, Ralph, I think we have more dumb bolts in California than we do in New York.
It's a close one, but
is it?
Yeah.
Well, okay. Hold on a second. But that's because you have to include Manhattan.
That's correct.
If you take Manhattan out of it, there's no friggin' fight here.
It's a great state. Manhattan out.
Yeah, it is. You take Manhattan out, and by the way, I've never had a bad time in Manhattan, but I haven't been there in a few years.
I'll take Manhattan.
Yeah. Well, you had the opportunity. You cost me $2,000 for it was a plane ride that I couldn't get my money back. I remember those days when I had money. Ooh.
That must have been first class, $2,000.
No. It was that and the we had a suite, in for a week. It was boy, those were the days. And Mart, no, I didn't want to leave. Yeah.
I don't like to fly.
He turned into the dentist from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the claymation TV show. So we're going to get into protesters, lesbians for Hamas, and all that that woke stuff in just a second, and how ludicrous it is. You know, the fact that these people are up there with their picket signs, and they're the ones who would be killed by the people that they're supporting. They would be killed. Yep. I mean, it's just they
don't know why they're out there.
They are so stupid.
There's no pride parade in Gaza?
No, not yet. But they're hopeful because these idiots are so stupid that they feel as though, well, if we're just kind to them, they'll see how kind we are.
Yeah.
No, see,
they won't behead us.
Yeah, they won't behead
They won't
us.
throw us up a building.
Yeah, no, they will because they hate you. They hate Jews first. They hate Christians second. But it's almost tied. It
may be tied between the homosexual and the Jew.
Yeah, could be,
but,
and then
they hate America the best.
Oh yeah.
They would lure us all in and boom.
Or the most. So I'll get into that. Plus, Bitty Schram, the beautiful blondie from the TV show Monk. Would you close the curtain, please? Why is that so difficult for our Marine not to understand to keep the curtain closed? He must do that to agitate me, so I'll talk about Billy Dilly. and then I wanted in the 5 o'clock hour, depending on when they play this show, it could be a different time, but the third hour, I wanted to have my mother on in honor of Mother's Day. And so I sent a little note to my father, and I received the email back from him, and it was, Dad, it says, love you, Matt. Mom says, not today.
Bad day.
What the hell?
She's busy.
She's not busy.
She is busy.
Well, okay, Mark, what's she doing?
Stuff. Just things.
Well, stuff. All right. Yeah, I hope there are enough ice cubes at her homestead.
Oh,
all right. Okay. He will.
Wow.
You know,
Happy Mother's Day, Mom.
You'd think that my mother would be an easy get, right, for the show? We'll be this after back on Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio on Rumble, YouTube, X, and the finest radio stations in the world.
I was talking to a man, he said there's so much for the snuffer man that I don't understand. You shouldn't worry, I said that ain't no crime, 'cause if you get it wrong, you'll get it right next time. You need direction, yeah, you need a name. When you're standing at the crossroads of the highway, look the same. After a while, you get to recognize the signs. So if you get it wrong, you get it right next time. Next time. Life is a liar, yeah, life is a cheat. It'll lead you on and pull the ground from underneath your feet. No use complaining, don't you worry, don't you whine. 'Cause if you get it wrong, you'll get it right next time. Next time. You gotta grow, you gotta learn by your mistakes. You gotta die a little every day just to try to stay awake. When you believe there's no mountain you can climb, and if you get it wrong, you get it right next time. Next time. Next time.
doohickey that rolls.
Hi, this is Meatloaf. Okay, kids, you know what time it is? You know what time it is? It's Outlaw Radio time! Outlaw Radio.
Hi, this is Sean Young on Outlaw Radio.
Hey, this is Shelley Berman on Outlaw Radio. Listen, come on, listen to me or listen to Matt. If you like being bored, it's great for you.
It's Robert Hayes. I'm here on Outlaw Radio with Magic Matt, a.k.a. The Weasel. We are here to drink. We're here to smoke. We're here to interrupt. You may drink. You may smoke. You may interrupt, but I'm here to...
Live from the Lighten Up Lounge, this is Dom DeLuise saying, this is Outlaw Radio.
Hi, this is Chuck Woolery at Lighten Up Lounge on Outlaw Radio. There's lots of fun, guys. Be back, 2 and 2.
Hi, this is Gilbert Gottfried, and you're listening to Outlaw Radio, where we smoke, we drink, and occasionally we bother people who look old and weak.
Hi, this is Rick Dees with Magic Matt, a.k.a. Mr. Cigar, in the Lighten Up Lounge. We drink, we smoke, we interrupt.
Yeah!
Yeah!
Oh, yeah. Welcome back to the show called Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio on YouTube, Rumble, X, and the finest radio stations in the world. This is the original. This is the non-vocal track gifted me by our buddy, our dead buddy, because most of my friends are dead these days, Bruce Carey, the drummer from the Knack.
Yes.
Yeah. What's her name? Sharona. Did from the TV show Month. We love Bitty Schram because she was known as my woo! My Sharona. Oh, yes. All right, enough of that there, Dave. Read the room. Okay.
Oh, wow. Just little digs.
And
that's all.
Then all of a sudden, everything got loud. I just don't get it, man. Oh, this show drives me nuts. And not as nuts as some of our guests. Protesters, you're not a lesbian for Hamas, are you, Bitty?
Me? No, I'm not a lesbian at all. No.
I know that.
And I'm not for any terrorist group, I promise.
No. I know this about Bitty. Bitty was here a few years ago, and unfortunately, and I do mean unfortunately, we can't see her pretty face here in the room today because you obviously got the hell out of Los Angeles.
Yes, I did.
Yeah. Where did you end up?
Honestly, I'm a New Yorker. This is the big city, so I'm in Idaho.
So so here you are. Something just went nuts with the sound, man.
I don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna take a look here and see what's going on because this is just driving me fucking crazy. It's like why, what is going on? It's ridiculous. I just don't get it. And someone tell Mark C.G. Boyer to stop.
That's what it was. Ralph and I both know what happened.
No, it's not that. It's not that. It's just that, he's adding insult to injury, as Mark C.G. Boyer will do. Aren't you glad you decided to come on the show today, Bitty?
What the hell did I do now?
She hung up.
Did she hang up?
No, I didn't hang. I'm here.
No, she's crying.
Okay, are you crying? There's no crying in Outlaw Radio, Bitty. Yeah. Okay, I want you to do me a favor, Dave. I want you to turn their mics down a little lower because, as you can tell, the board got hotter for some reason.
Done.
So
It's done.
Yeah,
Say no more, please.
See, they don't have to be. Don't tell me what to do, Dave.
Please, I said please.
See, I tell you what to do because you produce the show. Turn me down just a little bit too. Now, see, wouldn't it have been funny if you just turned my mic off?
Yes.
That's what I thought. Bitty Schram, who played Sharona, and when she was last on Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio on YouTube, on Rumble, on X, and the greatest radio stations in America, she was talking about the fact that she was no longer on the show. But are you talking politics these days? I mean, we know where you moved, and we know why the hell you got out. I mean, listen, I don't know why, but you're in Idaho, and that says a lot. In Idaho, there are people of like minds there, and very little wokeness. Have you found that, Bitty?
Well, yes, I have, but to be honest, there are sections of wokeness. I don't, there are hubs of that here, for sure.
But I thought that you sort of were extricated from the show Monk and not to return, but weren't you in the comeback of Monk a year ago or less than a year ago?
Oh, no.
Oh, you weren't?
No, I swear, no. I wasn't. No. I wasn't even that aware of it because I had a lot of stuff going on, but no, I was not. Nope.
I mean, here's the deal. Bitty Schram was an integral portion of that show.
Absolutely.
A major portion of that TV show. So for these producers not to ask you back, why, Bitty Schram, why do you think that was?
I don't know if I'm not in their mind, but I'm not surprised by that.
You do know. You do know. You do know, and you're not.
Oh, no, I don't. I haven't spoken to these people
Yes, you
in
do.
God knows how long. I swear I don't.
Yes, you do.
I would be honest and tell you what I thought.
No, yes, you do.
Just.
You do.
I'm just not surprised. I guess they put the other girl in there. I don't know.
Put it this way, she moved to Idaho.
Bitty, it's Matt over here. Now listen. You know why. You know why. You know why. You know why.
Because I moved to Idaho?
No. See, she plays the dumb blonde sometimes.
No, I don't know what you're saying. I know why they didn't ask
Of course. The same reason you had some trouble on the set there, a little trouble. You are not in lockstep with these woke lefty friggin' Hollywood idiots,
No,
Bitty.
I'm not. No, wait, but Matt, I'm assuming. I mean, you're clearly not. This is outlaw radio. You're not either, right? I can speak freely on here.
Of course you can, Bitty.
So you are like that too. Yeah. Well, here's the thing. They did ask me back for an episode, like a couple years later. They did. So I have been back since that whole thing. But that had nothing to do with politics. That, I swear, that had I wasn't even politically aware of them. That was way before this nuttiness with the whole woke and Trump and fake news and all this craziness.
Right.
Way before all this hoopla. That was, and everyone, as you know, goes through this. That was just a screw job.
Yeah, well, it was. Well,
that's the easiest way to put it. It was humiliating what I was getting. It was just, the whole thing was humiliating. By
the way, Bitty, I'd be lying if I didn't tell you.
Yeah.
I shouldn't admit this, but I am. So, think of me any way you want to think of me. But as I was scrolling through your name, I can't believe I'm going to say this. But I'm going to say this because, damn it, I'm honest about this, and I'm a heterosexual male, and I find Bitty Schram a lovely little attractive gal who is smart beyond belief. So, yeah, I punched in Google Bitty Schram nude.
Oh, my.
Oh, no. There should be nothing nude on there of me. Enough that I know of. I don't. Really?
Are you?
Know what they do? They paste the head on bodies, too.
Yeah, they do that.
They do AI.
I know, but I know that head and that body anywhere.
Oh.
So no. So I know, and so you never did any topless stuff in any of your ventures in showbiz?
No, not that I know of.
Not that I know of.
I did do one thing, but this is for a TV show. I swear it was. I'm not going to say the TV show, but it was like a sex scene in there. But it was only. That was the only thing I could think of. I'm not the type of actress that they would get the more bimbo-y type stuff. I don't, not to to my knowledge, I don't know. I don't remember.
I like how you refer to yourself as an actress.
Well, because
instead of actor.
Yeah, because she is an actress. Because she's not a woke dip ass lefty Hollywood type.
Right.
So are you, Bitty? Are you in Coeur d'Alene area or Boise area?
No, Boise area. But you know, there's a huge ton of Californians coming here.
Oh yeah.
And tons and comedians. There's this I mean, yeah, and there's near me in the same community, there's this sound guy from Hollywood too that commutes to Hollywood if he has to work, and he comes back here.
Right.
It's crazy there with the politics there, and I mean everything's a tent city there now. It's the taxes are through the roof.
Yeah.
It's insane.
It's embarrassing.
And the stupid people of California are about to vote in another half-cent sales tax because they're idiots.
You know what, Matt? Honestly, I think that state is red. Honestly, I do. But it's rigged. I don't think your vote matters there. It's who they want. It's too corrupt. That's what I think.
Well, yeah.
I really think it's red.
Yeah, I wish that were true. I don't think it's red. Because I meet a lot of these dip asses. I got a good buddy of mine, no names. His name is Paul, and I love him dearly. And I don't think he's a bad person. I think he's a good person, and I love him so much. He was Rick D's right-hand man. But when I think about a new tax possibly being enacted here in California, the first face I see is Paul's face and his lovely bride.
Oh, they'll vote it right in.
And they will vote right in because it's like, well, it helps the homeless. Hell, I'd rather pay $10 extra sales tax because these people are stupid, and you are finally in a state. See, I will tell you, Bitty, not that you asked, but this is the great Bitty Schram, and she is a fantastic actress.
Yes, she is.
Thank you.
Yeah, but you are, and I thought that we had a chemistry when you were on the show. Agree or disagree?
Yeah, we didn't we stay for hours? If I remember correctly, wasn't it a long time? We were staying like a marathon.
It was hours. It was hours and hours. She didn't want to leave. It was her first radio show, and she said, I sort of like this because you don't seem to be the most outgoing. You're a little shy. Wouldn't you agree to that, Bitty?
Say, Evelyn.
What happened?
You know what? I don't think I'm. Hello, can you hear me there? Now?
Yeah. Now I can.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm shy. I think I'm more. I'm not so like I need to be in the spotlight. Like some of these actors need the constant attention. I don't think I'm like that, and I think I'm more humble. But honestly, I don't think I'm shy either. But I do like controversy. I do like that. I think it's fun.
You do, huh?
I do.
Okay, so. Well,
I don't mind that.
That proves you are a female.
I lived in Boise. This is Marty, Bitty. I met you before years ago, but
that's my brother Mart. Yeah.
But I lived in Boise for about a year, and I enjoyed it, man. I liked being over there.
Weren't you in the big house there, Mart?
Yeah, I got thrown in jail there one night.
Yeah.
Oh, did you?
Yes, I did one night. I was a dumb kid. I was just drinking too much, and I got pulled over.
Now he's a dumb adult.
Hey,
now listen, hey, Bitty.
Hello.
Bitty, you haven't been thrown in the big house in Boise yet, have you?
No, and I'll tell you, they're strict here.
Oh.
They're strict.
Tell me about it. They threw me in adult jail, and I was underage, and they threw me in adult jail with all these, rapists.
Wow, that explains a lot.
Yeah.
But it was one night.
By the way, for a second there, I thought this segment was about Bitty Schram, the great movie actress and TV star, but I guess not. So why? Okay, I think I know the why Idaho. It's more conservative. You're not around a bunch of nincompoops for the most part. You're around a lot of nice, down-to-earth people. Correct?
Yes, and also because in general of what's going on, and I do think these are crazy times. I don't know how you feel in general, but I think overall, what's going on is just a little crazy. They said through my research, they said that Idaho and Utah, and I was not living in Utah. Idaho and Utah were the best places to go. So I researched, and so I thought, okay, I'll just.
No kid. So it wasn't because a fella moved there and you joined him?
No.
No?
No. That's the reason why. Yeah, and that's it. And also, I just think the business got crazier and a little crazier. It's just really hard. It changed, right? I mean, the business is just very different than it was when I started.
Now, hold on a second, Bitty Schram. When you say the business is different than when you started, in which way? You mean more political, more infighting because of politics?
Oh, no doubt about that. Oh, no doubt. Like, this had nothing to do with me, with my issues, of what happened to me. But it is it's in the same realm. If you, and I think you know this, if you speak anything, say anything that goes against the narrative or against the grain, you are done. You will never work again. Yeah. That is, that. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
And so, what happened to me before the politics, again, the same thing. If you go against the grain, or you try to take care of yourself in any way, and it is a very fear-based town. It runs on fear.
Very much so, and isn't that surprising? But they're so open, and they allow everyone in. And shouldn't we allow every faction? No, we allow every faction except those who love America and go on record as saying, "I love America," and God forbid you have anything nice to say about a guy named Donald Trump, right, Bitty?
Oh, jeez. No, you can't. Look, when I was there, forget that. When I was there, I'm not kidding you, the facialists, people talk hush-hush behind the scenes, or, even if you didn't like Donald Trump, if you just went against what the political agenda or the narrative that is Hollywood, right? If you just were just even disagreed on both things, on both sides, and we're like, I don't like any of this, even if you were that way, you were done. And I remember facialists and just people that are behind the scenes. And I had a facialist there, and she said, all these agents would come in, and some of them were gone. Totally drank the Kool-Aid, or the celebrities, whatever. But then there were some that were I don't want to lose my job. Right. I say nothing, but when I'm in that voting booth, I'm alone. But there's a new thing, and this happened to me actually. If you say nothing, if you mind your own business and say nothing, you will still get blacklisted because people out on you saying you're not saying anything.
No, I know why. Let me tell you why, Bitty, and you probably figured this out for yourself because you're a smart woman. It's because if you don't say anything, they sort of assume that you're on the right. That's all.
Correct.
That's what that
exactly what they said. And I've had people flip out on me saying, "You never say anything when we're bashing everyone."
Right.
We know you're not one of, and the sound guy told me the same thing. He's I'm being blacklisted now because I'm not saying anything, and I'm like, oh.
Bitty, you know what? It's Tattoo Dave. I'm a Teamster in the business. I drive the trucks. I'm in the 399, and it's the same for us. For the most part, we're all conservative, and we can't say a word. And just have to soak in what they say, and God forbid we do something or say something, you're done. Yeah.
Exactly. Isn't that the saddest thing?
It's sad. It's terrible.
It's a no-win situation.
What happened to me, it wasn't politics then, but maybe I was ahead of my time. But now, you know what's so crazy? I went through hell when that happened to me before all this political stuff, but now the comedians are saying, you know what, because this is the new, I think the future is independent media and stuff. They're like, oh yeah, I want to be blacklisted because then I'm free to say whatever the hell I want.
Yeah, and there goes your paycheck.
When you get blacklisted.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you have folks like iconic comedians like Seinfeld come out and say, "Man, the woke, they're ruining comedy."
He says that all the time.
And believe me, he's no righty whatsoever. But it's, it comes down to being a pragmatist and what is right, what is wrong. Well, what is right is simply doing the right thing, and that is on stage as a comedian or in a television show or a movie, all bets should be off. You should be allowed, and that's why I like that little nincompoop Italian dude, Reservoir Dogs. I can never. Terrence Trent D'Arby, the director.
Tarantino.
Yeah, whatever. Same guy.
Mr. Foot
He's
Fetish.
a great director. I mean, he might, I don't know what he's like. He probably drinks the Kool-Aid, but I think he's a great director.
He doesn't completely drink the Kool-Aid. He still believes in freedom when making movies, and he thinks that all bands should be off the friggin' table. And so I appreciate a guy like that. Whether we vote the same way, and I know we don't, but the fact is, at least there's a common ground among these Democrats. I can't believe anyone would be a Democrat today, but anyway, the common ground between the Democrats and us on the right when it comes to being a pragmatist and do your thing, entertain the audiences, and the giant corporations are getting hit like sons of bitches. The Disneys and the Warner Brothers, and they're getting nailed because of this wokeness. Can't they see, or is it all about the greater good? It's better to do, in their opinion, the right thing than the bottom line. You tell me, Ralph.
It absolutely is true. I will tell you, though, this whole Israeli thing is whiplashing on them. Saban.
Oh, my God.
Chaim Saban, who's as far left as you can get.
As far, I've met the man, yes.
So I worked for Norman Lear, and he was always up at his house.
Right.
Chaim Saban came out and said Biden doesn't know what the hell he's doing.
Yep.
There are more Jews that love Israel than there are Palestinians that love Hamas.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it's when you watch these protesters at the universities, Bitty Schram, doesn't it blow your mind? Don't you think don't you throw up a little bit in your mouth?
Yeah, I think the whole situation, to be honest, I think all these people are I don't think they know, they're all being manipulated. They don't really know what's going on behind the scenes. I think, honestly, this is, the people in power, they love these wars. They freaking love them.
Oh, of course they do.
Yep.
Of course they do. And you talk about how easy.
I think both sides are being manipulated.
But
divide and conquer. That's what I think.
Bitty Schram, how easily are these little numbskulls in college manipulated, though? I mean, don't you think that
the college itself? I would never send my kid to a college.
No, never. Of course, and Hamas and these folks in the Middle East, not including Israel, of course, and Israelis, but they're looking at America laughing. Boy, that was pretty easy. That was pretty easy, getting these little turds to come on our side.
They don't even know why they're
even
out
though
there.
we would kill them if they were in our country.
As you started this segment, they got the gays on their side.
Yeah. They hate the gays. They'll throw the gays from a rooftop, for God's sake. They only consider a woman half as important, if that, as a man there. But yet they're out there protesting in our universities.
Susan Sarandon out there front.
Hey, what is a Bitty Schram doing every day on a daily basis in Idaho?
Oh, geez. Well, I have a thing I'm getting off the ground, but that's a lot of work. It's to help combat the censorship. I don't know. I'm sure you're aware of the censorship, right?
Duh. Yeah.
I'm sure you're aware.
We're censored on YouTube constantly. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and so this would, how do I say, help with that. This would help. It would be like a roadmap on how to connect all the dots type thing.
So it's an organization that you're putting together and you're spearheading, and I wouldn't expect anything less from a Bitty Schram. And you have folks there in Idaho who are helping you?
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm getting it. We're in the process of getting it all together, but it's hard because you have to get the right people, right? So, that understand this stuff. That's not so easy, right? So, but it is moving along.
And that you trust.
Exactly. I mean, because these are crazy times. So, it would be to combat the censorship because I think. Like an example like your show, if someone doesn't know who you are, how are they going to find you, right? On the platforms we have now, right? Because it's a little hard. So this will try to make things like that easier and connect the dots. That's the best thing.
Hey, Dave, stop the music for a second. This, my friends, is Evelyn Gardner in A League of Their Own. This is Sharona from the TV show Monk, and I love you dearly. I'll call you maybe tomorrow. Will you take my phone call?
No, yes. Will we be on air?
No. I'll talk to you privately about this organization you're putting together because I love you so much. And let's go out with this little piece from the movie A League of Their Own. And this is Bitty being reprimanded by Tom Hanks. This is the best. Bitty, God bless you.
God bless you.
I love you dearly. You're one of the good ones, my friend.
Oh, I love you guys too. And you guys keep up the great work. I love people that have balls like you. I really do.
Okay, that's you. That's Bitty Schram. Here we go.
Thank you. Thank you.
Which team do you play for?
Well, I'm a peach.
Well, I was just wondering, because I couldn't figure out why you would throw home when we've got a 2-run lead. You let the tying run get on second, and we lost the lead because of you. Now you start using your head. That's not love. That's 3 feet above your ass.
Oh.
Are you crying? Are you crying?
No.
Are you crying? Are you crying? There's no crying. There's no crying in baseball.
Yeah,
Why don't you leave her alone, Jimmy?
Oh, you zip it, Doris.
Yeah, zip it, you
Roger's horns
big
was my
hanging
manager,
wag.
and he called me a talking pile of pig shit. And that was when my parents drove all the way down from Michigan to see me play the game. And did I cry? No. And you know why?
No.
Because there's no crying in baseball. There's no crying in baseball.
Wanna buy a new car, but the price ain't right. Ain't that cold? Be a downside cheaper, yes I do. Start riding the bike. Listen, they're making milk out of powder. Yeah, they are. Got the babies crying. Poor baby, they know what that stuff is. Rent's gone up higher. Yes, it is. Got the parents lying. Lord, it's a real motherfucker, yeah. Make you wanna run for cover, yes, it will. And if you look, you will discover, yeah. Lord, it's a real motherfucker. Good dog. Listen, got to go to a disco. Throw your troubles away. Dance to the music that the DJ plays. Well, all right. And then the lights come on. Yeah. Like you knew they would. That cold. Gone home and face the music. That don't sound too good. Ain't that cold? Listen. Lord, it's a real motherfucker. It'll make you wanna run for cover, yeah. And if you look, you will discover, yeah. Lord, it's a real motherfucker, yeah.
Plantains, by any other name, are still bananas. And now there's a new game in town led by an hombre named Matt. A poker-playing, cigar-smoking, barbecue-eating talker. They call him Magic in these parts. And he's made bananas a kind of art form. The kind of talking that makes people sit up and bark at the moon. Ordinary just got better. Outlaw Radio with Magic Matt Allen.
All righty. Welcome back. Welcome back, my friends. Welcome back, my friendlies. Oh, man, do I need an engineer on this show. Yeah. Oh, God. Yeah, it's a shoestring budget, my friends. But we maintain because we have work to do. We have the United States of America to save. Thank you so much for being there with Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio on YouTube, on Rumble, on X, and the finest radio stations. Of course, protesters, lesbians for Hamas. Females in Iran worth half that of males. That's simply the way they are viewed. And if caught without...
Not that far off from the truth.
Oh, you mean, yeah, even here in the United States. Now, that was Ralph Odierna.
Wow.
I just want you to know, it was Ralph Odierna who said that. It is Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio, not Ralph Odierna's Outlaw Radio. Okay.
But we don't have to necessarily agree with Ralph at all.
If they're caught without a veil, they're sentenced to prison, for God's sake.
Does it matter what they look like?
See?
Here we go again.
You don't know because they have
You know
a
what?
veil.
Control yourself today, Ralph.
The bottom line here is that, my God, they have no rights there, yet these little idiot numbskulls at the universities are protesting for Hamas.
Why are we here?
The folks that don't, and they don't even know why. It's like a big kegger. It's a big party.
It's a big kegger party.
Can I play it?
Yeah, play what?
The college idiots.
From
Why
last
are we
week?
here?
Yeah. This was a couple females at a university, and here you go.
And what would you say is the main goal with tonight's protest?
I think the goal is just showing our support for Palestine and demanding that NYU stops. I honestly don't know all of what NYU's doing.
Is there something that NYU's doing?
I really don't know. I'm pretty sure.
I really don't know what we're
You
doing.
know what NYU's doing? About what? About Israel.
what?
Why are we protesting here?
Palestine will be free!
I wish I was more educated. I'm not either.
I wish I was more educated.
I was there out at Columbia and we came down. They said NYU students needed our support. So I came down. I heard there's lots of cops. Some people were saying it was getting dangerous.
Are the people of Hamas laughing at us? I mean, they of course they
Because
are.
these kids are paying $80,000 a year to be there.
Yeah.
Look at our so-called P.
Yeah, how stupid
They're
and
laughing at us just for that.
easily manipulated these little college student morons are. And now I almost feel bad about making fun of that dumb South Carolina. Punch in dumb South Carolina, or it's either S.O. Carolina dumb. But, making fun of this gal because this is the gift that continues giving.
Yes.
But she wasn't so dumb. I bet this gal would not be out there protesting. Did you find it?
Of course.
Okay, well then next time let me know.
Now I'm just waiting for you to stop talking.
Wow. Jesus, God. It's just...
I thought there would be a break and I would play it.
Hey, Matt, what's wrong?
What do you mean? Yeah. Ask me what's wrong.
Are you okay, Matt?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Yeah, you're okay, Matt?
I'll tell you what, when a chick says that to me, man, I have a blank stare. And they're like, well, what?
Well, by the way, so what did I give Dave today? A blank stare. I didn't even...
No, you didn't. You just kept your back to me.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, he hurt your feelings.
Well, see,
you know
Dave,
what?
you know what? I got to tell you,
Don't get me
I'm talking, Dave. Tattoo Dave is very sensitive, and you should stop try to be.
A man?
So, I mean, maybe at your age, it's true. Yeah, be a man.
Oh, those them's are fighting words, bro.
It's going to happen.
Oh, jeez.
You know what? Don't get me started, okay? I said hello to you. You ignored me, and then when I left, you slammed something.
No.
Something was going on.
I ignored him.
Whatever, that's fine.
Here's a
but
chick.
Something was going on.
You are I want you to do me a favor. I want you to reach down there and see if you can feel, any protrusion. Because I doubt there's something down there. I really do.
Let's compare lists.
Okay, here we go. This is not a peeing match. See, Dave.
When you call me less than a man,
Dave,
it's a peeing match.
Dave, I will always win.
No, never. Not against me. You've met your match.
By the way, my ex-wife used to say that. You know who I could have married?
There it is.
Is that right?
Yeah.
You know what?
She just continues to be a chick.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's but you know what? That's not an isolated incident. That's what females do.
Yes.
Oh, they certainly do. And then you know during the whole lovey-dovey time with a female, and they love you, and you're the best, and no one. It's going to be tough to go to. I'll never be able to find someone. But the minute they hate you, then you were never that good. You were never that good, and you're tiny, and you're tiny.
You
too.
suck.
Oh, jeez, it's just so. But you know, we don't love women because they make sense. Why do we love women, Ralph?
They make dinner.
On a good day, on a really good day.
They might make dinner these days.
Their life support systems.
Oh, God, here we go. The Women Haters Club. And we don't, man. We're just the opposite.
Are you kidding, man?
We love females. I know it doesn't sound like it right now.
We just don't like it. We like it in small doses.
Yeah. But let me give you another example of a real smart female. This was Miss South Carolina. Here we go.
Recent polls have shown a fifth of Americans can't locate the U.S. on a world map. Why do you think this is?
This is the best.
I personally believe that U.S. Americans are unable to do so.
Oh, I love her.
Because some people out there in our nation don't have maps, and I believe that our education, like such as in South Africa and the Iraq, everywhere like such as, and I believe that they should, our education over here in the U.S. should help the U.S. Or should help South Africa.
Somebody.
And should help the Iraq and the Asian countries.
The Iraq.
So we will be able to build up our future.
Build up our future.
Thank you very much.
And then she trails off for the Parcheesi.
I want South Africa. The whitest part of Africa.
Right, the South Africa.
Yeah.
Oh, I love her. And by the way, as inarticulate as she was during that speech, she's still not as stupid as these campus dwellers with their stupid signs supporting the same people that would kill them. But if we were only nice to them, no, you got it wrong. You can be so nice. It's a religion. Do you understand? You don't understand that.
Yeah. They take that stuff real
They
seriously.
will not be happy until we are praying to Allah. I don't say that because it's some sort of fun thing to say. That is the honest-to-God truth, period. Why is this so difficult to... And 80,000, 100,000 a year to send these little creeps to a friggin' university that indoctrinates them by these friggin' woke, lefty, socialist, commie, Marxist professors? Boy, that's money well spent. Mommy, Daddy, boy, you are dumb S's. You are dumb S's.
They are, man.
Jesus.
You all right? Matt, are you all right? Are you okay?
By the way, support for Netanyahu is on the rise in Israel. Support going up. You know, there were some that were detractors because, and I think sort of rightly so, how did you let this happen in the first place? I understand that. Did you understand that, Ralph?
I do. It was a massive mistake.
Yes.
Israel. There was a letdown somewhere. They screwed up. But look.
It shouldn't have happened.
Winston Churchill saved England, and they tossed him out after the war.
Big time.
Yep.
Big time. Economist poll. Most have negative view of college protests. This is very telling. Majority of Americans have a negative view of the pro-Palestinian demonstrations that have engulfed hundreds of college campuses. If you don't think old Sleepy Joe has been reading these polls, well, no, he hasn't, but someone's whispering in his ear, and then he forgets about 2 minutes later. Well, ice cream. I ice cream. I
saw
what was that, Joe? Frusenglaser. But Frusenglaser is no longer an I'm the president. If I want fruit, but the company isn't. We need to subsidize Frusenglaser.
He doesn't even do his fake little jogs on station. You know how he used to jog, like try to jog, like, look, I'm healthy. He can't even do that anymore.
Diaper.
And you don't know how bad I want him to get better. I want him to get 20% better so they don't parachute in someone during the convention, because I know if the trajectory continues the way it is, read my lips on this one. I promise you, he ain't the guy. If the trajectory continues, he ain't the guy. There will be someone parachuted in. Yeah. I don't know who it is. Is it Gavin? You may say, well, Gavin screwed up California. Yeah, but he can at least, while he's lying, he can complete a sentence, and he's young.
I would love to see that, because if they toss a black woman to the side for a white dude,
yeah, I know.
You want to see a riot at the convention? That'll be fun to watch.
Well,
nationwide.
I love that they are finally caught between a rock and an effing hard place.
Matt, I've also heard
son of a bitches.
I've also heard Michelle Obama is a possibility.
They keep running her up the flagpole. I don't know. Does she really want to work?
No, she wants to make money.
Yeah. That's what they. And by the way, those Obamas, they've done pretty well. Mansions where? Anywhere they want.
Yeah, not bad on a $200,000 a year salary.
The Economist / YouGov poll conducted May 5th through the 7th. 1,800 U.S. adults found that 50% of respondents oppose the recent protests at U.S. college campuses, while only 26% support the demonstrations. That's very telling. Chaos, of course, it has been nothing but chaos, crippled universities, and those poor kids. And then, Bill Maher loves to point out, yeah, but it's a fraction of a fraction of a fraction. So what? And then he even states that, and most of them aren't even from the university. What are you saying there, Bill? Bill Maher, what are you saying? So if they're not from the university, who are those people, Bill? Who hired them, Bill Maher? Do you understand what you just said, Bill Maher? Following the crackdown on pro-Palestinian encampments in New York, New York Police Chief Patrol John Shell told Newsmax 40% of the people that came off Columbia's campus that might never have been from the school. 40%! Respondents seem mixed on where the bulk of the protesters are coming from. 32% say they were not affiliated with the college, 35% saying they were mostly students, faculty, and alumni, and 33% not sure. The Iraq, the Africa, I'm not, what day? My hair is lifting. The poll was conducted Sunday through Tuesday, and there's a margin of error of plus or minus. I don't know. I love these margins of error. Is that true? Whatever. The one thing that you can be sure of when it comes to stats is you can't trust stats. It seems that Donald Trump has stomped out Haley for vice president. So that's just, forget it. That ain't going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of knew that.
He kind of says, when I call someone a bird brain, they ain't getting picked.
Yeah.
And Biden talks tough, and of course he acts weak. The guy is such a non-president.
Pathetic.
I told him don't.
Supposedly, a lot of the union workers are voting Trump. Speaking of union, their tattoo Dave.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it seems that they're finally getting their act together and understanding. It just seems to me that Ralph Odierna, Michigan should be a no-brainer, should it not?
Except for the 4.5 million Somalis we imported over there.
And why is Biden having such a tough road here? Well, we support Israel, but no more arms, no more money.
Right.
We have no problem with you protecting yourself. Wait a second. Who started this?
Yeah.
Who began this war?
It's because those on that side have a bigger lobby than, those in Ukraine.
Old James Carville, he's back at it. That old Southerner.
Every day is Sunday. Wrong Carvel.
Although
I love him.
It was good ice cream, man. I love Fudgy the Whale.
I remember Fudgy the Whale.
How do you not love Fudgy the Whale? Jesus.
I have no idea what you guys are talking about. I guess I'm way too young.
It was.
Stop it.
It has nothing to do with age. It has.
Marty has a poster of the whale in his room.
It has. It has everything to do with a man who at this age has never been to New York City. That's what this is. Has nothing to do with age. It has
really bugging him today.
It has
bugging me.
No. What I'm telling you is why you don't know Carvel ice cream.
Oh, because it's an East Coast thing.
Yes, even though there's still one out here in Southern California somewhere.
It's on Wilshire, just west.
Goes Westwood.
Yeah, by Westwood.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So if you're missing Fudgy the Whale,
I can go see him over there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go take another poster.
You can stick your finger in fudgy.
Oh.
Yeah, but old Carvale says, well, you know, the problem here is Joe Biden listened to these idiot left-wingers on the border. Well, is that a problem, or is that he's the president? He makes the decision, supposedly. James? All right, lot to get to when we return on Outlaw.
Your time is up. You took a sip from the devil's cup. You broke my heart. There's no way back. Move right out of here, baby. Go pack your bags. Just who do you think you are? Stop acting like some kind of star. Just who do you think you are? Take it like a man, baby, if that's what you are. 'Cause I'm moving on up. You're moving on out. Moving on up. Nothing can stop me. Moving on up. You're moving on out. Time to break free. Nothing can stop me. They brag a man has walked in space, but you can't even find my place. There ain't nothing you can do, 'cause I've had enough of me, baby, being part of you. Just who do you think you are? This time you've gone too far. Just who do you think you are? Take it like a man, baby, if that's what you are. 'Cause I'm moving on up. You're moving on out. Moving on up. Nothing can stop me. Moving on up. You're moving on out. Time to break free. Nothing can stop me. Moving on up, moving on up, moving on up. Moving on up, moving on up, moving on up. Moving on up, moving on up, moving on up. Moving on up, moving on up, moving on up. Moving on up, you're moving on out. Moving on up, nothing can stop me. Moving on up, you're moving on out. Time to break free. Nothing can stop me. Moving, moving, moving. Nothing can stop me. Moving, moving. Time to break free. Nothing can stop me.
This is Outlaw Radio.
Well, it was going to be a fun little get-together with my mamoose, a.k.a. my mother, next hour, and talk about many things that we have never discussed regarding my childhood. And don't you want to hear it? But I will make it interesting, because there are some interesting things. You know, she used to drive me to the radio station because I was obviously, at 12 years old, too young to drive a vehicle, even in the Great Pacific Northwest, where you'd think it should be lawful there at 12. Everything else is legal in that formerly, sort of fun state. Even though I couldn't wait to get the hell out of there because it just rains way too much. Yeah. Even as a kid, I could not wait to get out of there and to L.A. home of Ronald Reagan.
See, I was out there hunting and fishing, wearing waders in the rain, and doing all that kind of. So I was into it. It didn't bother me.
I'm not much of a hunter or a fisher.
Wow.
When my father would take us to the river, to fish, I would bring my giant truck of magic with me.
Yeah.
And I'd practice magic tricks.
Well, and Dad always, he
always thought I was gay. And by the way, by and large, he didn't. But by and large, I am, except for the male-on-male stuff. I mean, my sensibilities, I think that's why I understand women. I understand females. I have a proclivity toward understanding female. As much as you can understand a female, honest to God, I truly do. So I understand their thought process.
Well, what I was going to say is when we'd go fishing.
Does that make me insane?
A little much.
Yeah.
I never thought gay men understood one.
I didn't either.
So when we go fishing,
they feel safe around them.
When we go fishing, he would load up our fishing poles. My dad had a bunch of tackle boxes, everything. And Matt would put his magic gear, and Dad would look at me like,
"What the hell?
No, Dad, again?
Yeah.
He goes, "You can't catch a fish with balls, cups, and balls."
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, you could try it, but the dancing cane doesn't really work.
Yeah, but why would my mother opt out of a little interview today on the show?
Well, you know what they do? They don't listen to us live. They wait till after the show, then they listen to the show back.
Oh, they do?
I don't know why, but yeah.
Did you go through her people?
Yeah, you should go through her people because she is big time in us.
Your mom is an A-lister.
Yeah,
we love you, Nancy, and if she doesn't want,
she loves Dave a lot.
I don't have that phone number. That's because Dave kisses her ass.
I love Nancy.
Yeah, there. Proof. And the point is,
he sincerely does love her.
I do.
Yeah, no, I know you do. Well,
and I thank you for introducing me to them.
Well, so do I. I'm a fan of my mom. I mean, without my mother, I would have had to walk to the radio station.
And you did?
I did that too.
If you really understood women,
I did that too.
And Ralph, when he would walk, this radio station, we're in the we're up above the valley.
Yeah.
And to get to the valley where the radio station was located.
By the way, this is about 20 miles north of Seattle in a little burg called Everett.
Right. And so Matt would have to go through the woods, thick woods,
yes,
to these clay pits. We call them clay pits.
Right.
And slide down the clay onto the next road below and hike the rest of the way to the radio station.
To the radio station.
So he'd probably show up there all muddy and dirty.
And that's before I was on the air. That was just to hang out with the guy on the air. Yeah. And by the way, one of the guys turned out, speaking of gay, in fact, he's probably dead now. So, but regardless, I mean, I think he was pretty openly after that. Robert O'Brien.
Oh, I remember him.
I remember the guy because the way he sat in the chair, and back then, remember back in the late 70s when the big saying was "eat a big one"?
Yes.
You remember the "eat a big one" thing?
Yeah.
Well, he said that once, and then he looked down at his crotch. And I'm thinking, if I had any proclivity toward being a gay man, because that wasn't the only guy as a kid that I was hit up when I was doing my TV shows.
Oh, yeah.
At the Everett Library, the dude who produced those, he invited me to his house one day. Here I am, Mr. Innocent. I'm 14 years old. Hello. Hey, and so I went to his house, and on his friggin' coffee table was a Blue Boy magazine. Now, I didn't know what the hell that was.
Oh, boy.
But so I ignored it. He said, have you looked at the magazine on the table? And I said, no, that's really not my thing. But
there's several times McIntyre.
Oh, yeah,
several times.
Yeah, well, because Mart, I've always been a showbiz kid. I am that. Steely Dan. Donald Fagen wrote about me. I'm one of them showbiz kids, and so I'm around Magic Castle, around a lot of gay guys.
Oh yeah,
magicians.
Yeah,
magicians.
Well, magicians doesn't necessarily equal gay.
Hey.
But, all right, okay, this will be a jam-packed hour. We're going to hear from Whoopi. We're going to hear from Steve Abbott. What's the name of that dive bar he's visiting?
Beaver.
Okay.
I don't know.
That's all you, I think it's the Wet Beaver or something like that?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, okay, all that and less in minutes.
Wait a minute. Fill my cup, put some nigga in it. Take a sip, sign the check. Julio, get the stretch. Right to Harlem, Hollywood, Jackson, Mississippi. If we show up, we gon' show out. Smoother than a fresh drop. Skip it. I'm too hot. Call the police and the fireman. I'm too hot. Make a dragon wanna retire, man. I'm too hot. Bitch, say my name, you know who I am. I'm too hot. hit you hallelujah. Girls hit you hallelujah. Girls hit you hallelujah. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Saturday night and we in the spot. Don't believe me, just watch. 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 Hey, 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 oh! Before we leave, let me tell y'all a little something. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. I said uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Come on, dance, jump on it. If you said and flown it. If you freak dead and own it. Don't brag about it, come show me. Come on, dance, jump on it. If you said and flown it. Well, it's Saturday night and we in the spot. Don't believe it, just watch. Come on. Don't believe me, just watch. 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 Hey, 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 oh! Don't believe me, just watch. 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 Hey, 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 oh! Stop. Wait a minute. Fill my cup, put some nigga in it. Take a sip, sign the check. Julio, get the stretch. Right to Harlem, Hollywood, Jackson, Mississippi. If we show up, we gon' show out. Smoother than a fresh drop skipping. I'm too hot. Call the police and the fireman. I'm too hot. Make a dragon wanna retire, man. I'm too hot. Bitch, say my name, you know who I am. I'm too hot. And my band bout that money. Break it down. Girls hit you hallelujah. Girls hit you hallelujah. Girls hit you hallelujah. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Saturday night and we in the spot. Don't believe me, just watch. Come on. Don't believe me, just watch. 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 Hey, 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 oh! Before we leave, let me tell y'all a little something. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. I said uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Come on, dance, jump on it. If you said and flown it. If you freak dead and own it. Don't brag about it, come show me. Come on, dance, jump on it. If you said and flown it. Well, it's Saturday night and we in the spot. Don't believe me, just watch. Come on. Don't believe me, just watch. Don't believe me,
doohickey, you know, the doohickey that rolls.
Hi, this is Meatloaf. Okay, kids, you know what time it is? You know what time it is? It's Outlaw Radio time!
The most imitated radio station in the nation.
I'm through with standing in line for some fun to begin, but I found a good thing leaving me with a grin. It's time for Outlaw Radio to begin.
You have the great Billy Gibbons here? Yeah.
It's very cool.
He just passed out. Hey, that didn't sound too bad.
At the Lighten 'em Up Lounge. Oh, man. We're here with Matt. Oh, yeah. At the Lighten 'em Lounge. Oh, little Outlaw Radio. We're here with Matt.
And he's not fat.
We got all these guys and girls in the house. Let me tell you, that's where it's at. And that's, ladies and gentlemen, Matt Allen. Pass me a gallon. Outlaw Radio.
Happy Mother's Day to lovely mothers all over the universe. Hi, Mama. Happy Mother's Day.
You know, it'd be cool to get Mom on.
Yeah, that would be fun to have Mom on the show today, but she, I guess she's disavowed me again. I thought we were back on speaking terms, and who knew? I'm not going on that stupid show of yours. Yeah, man.
All right.
But Mom, that's why you had me, to save you, to have you on the show. Come on, Mom.
Name that movie.
Happy.
I'll call her. She'll answer.
No, do not call her. Happy Mother's Day to Mom Moose. And you know what Father's Day is?
June. Second Sunday in June.
Oh, wow.
Father's Day is Mother's Day without the presents. That's Father's Day.
I thought you said when.
What do you think old hair sniffer does on Mama's Day? I mean, his mom's been gone for quite some time. But if that old hair sniffer's trajectory continues, they will, mark my words, they will parachute someone in during the convention. I hope the RNC understands this. I hope they have no illusions regarding this. I hope they know that the odds are Donald Trump will not be fighting for the presidency against Joe Biden. They got to understand that.
Well, there's never going to be a debate between them.
They have to understand this.
Sniff here, sniff there, and a couple of little sniffs. Joe Biden.
Oh, yeah. Hair sniffer.
That's a new version of Wizard of Oz.
Is this not the man that took showers with his daughter?
Yeah,
didn't his daughter go on record as in a book? Did she not make the pronouncement that this is the same man? And she was not. She was 30. No. That'd be a funny joke if she weren't like 12 or 16.
And it wasn't just a book. It was her diary.
It was her diary. And it made her feel uncomfortable.
Oh, of course.
But of course, the idiot stick lefty media, they just sweep that under the rug. My God, if such a formidable, ugly thing was strewn at Donald Trump, you don't think that would take hold?
I think they gave him a World Fitness membership for that.
Yeah. I mean, I can't imagine that proclamation. My dad took showers with me. When my daughter was a baby, I would give her baths and I would be in the bathtub. But guess what?
She was closed.
No, she was not, but I was.
Yeah.
I wore not short, but shorts.
Swimming suit.
Like the shorts I'm wearing now. I wear cargo pants because they're so in style.
Oh, yes.
But of course I would never do that. But my God, this is his daughter who proclaimed that her daddy took showers. but that's quite all right with the lefty media.
And some
believe. And by the way, believe all women.
And
Right? Believe all, even daughters of Biden. Oh, wait. Believe all women except the daughter of Joe Biden.
And another one of these little stupid protests on a college campus said, the interviewer said, "Why do you? What's your hatred towards Donald Trump?" Well, he's a pedophile.
Yeah. Okay.
What? Who's the pedophile?
I know. Where does that come from?
Donald Trump?
In March 2020, that's only 4 years ago, during that year's election campaign for president of the United States, another woman that it seems the media has certainly swept this story way under the rug. I know Ralph knows where I'm going with this one. Tara Reid.
Oh, good old Tara.
Alleged the Democratic nominee, Joe, smell the hair and take a shower with me if you're underage Biden, sexually assaulted her in 1993 in the Capitol Hill office building when she was a staff assistant in his office. Biden, of course, denied Reid's allegation. This is, and it's a short clip, but this is Tara Reid speaking of this incident. 3, 2, 1, and 3, 2, 1, and. Well, I put it on the page sort of cryptically, Dave. I only put Reid Biden.
Got it.
So it was. I understand. It's like a puzzle. I know you gotta. No, it is because I made it difficult. I put Reid Biden. So you gotta assemble the puzzle.
Right.
And then
I figured it out.
Tara Reid.
I had a corner piece, and it wasn't on the. It wasn't.
Hey, Dave, I feel for you, man.
Okay.
No, it's my bad.
Okay, go.
He greeted me, he remembered my name, and then I said, here you go, Senator. I handed him the bag, and it happened very quickly. He had his hands underneath my clothes, and it happened all at once. He had one hand underneath my shirt, and the other hand, I had a skirt on, and he went down my skirt and then went up. He pointed his finger at me and he said, "You're nothing to me. You're nothing."
After she said no.
Yeah.
And I think that's the hardest thing.
In every case, the truth is what matters. And in this case, the truth is these claims are flat out false.
Yeah, you can believe that son of a bitch. He lies.
You think she's making this up? No.
He lies as easily as all of us in this 1876 Virginia City, Nevada-style bar take a sip of bourbon. The guy lies.
May have more explaining to do.
The guy lies. Yeah, go ahead.
May have more explaining to do. The new questions stem from taped remarks of Biden during an April campaign appearance in New Hampshire.
I went to law school on a full academic scholarship, the only one in my class.
This is before he was decrepit. This guy has been lying for, I guess, as long as he's been taking buses, or is it trains?
Well, he took the train over a car bridge, but that's another story.
Yeah.
But there are no scholarships to law school anywhere in the country.
None.
Okay, now you're being mean to our president. Continue.
I'd have a full academic scholarship, went back to law school, and in fact ended up in the top half of my class. I was the outstanding student in the political science department at the end of my year. I graduated with 3 degrees from undergraduate school and 165 credits, only needed 123 credits.
Biden now concedes he did not graduate in the top half of his law school class, that he does not have 3 degrees from college, and that he was not named outstanding political science student in college.
Newsweek says Biden actually went to school on a half scholarship, ended up near the bottom of his class, and won only 1 degree, not 3.
What? How much more do you need to hear?
Yeah.
He made the statement.
There were 85 people in his law class. He graduated 76th.
Yeah.
He
was smarter than 9 other people.
Yeah, how do you get a scholarship to law school?
You don't.
How is that possible?
Bold-faced made the claims and then recanted every claim.
So his uncle wasn't eating
and then
cannibals?
Yeah. Well, you see, supposedly his uncle ended up in the ocean, but I guess he could have washed up on the shore.
Yeah.
And then I did some research on that. And, cannibals don't really go after people and eat them. It's more of a ritual thing, and it's more after someone has died.
Yeah, if you're already gone.
I mean,
what the hell?
listen, I don't want you to get the wrong impression. I'm not saying cannibalism is good, but I don't want to offend cannibals. So,
No.
hey, any way the wind blows.
Our podcast is taking off. We have that section of the demo.
Yeah.
Cannibals? You bet your ass.
By the way, I'll take every cannibal out there.
And head shrinkers too.
I want to play this Tara Reid again, and I want you using your fine membrane to listen closely. Let that gray matter really set, and you tell me, is Tara Reid lying here?
He greeted me. He remembered my name, and then I said, here you go, Senator. I handed him the bag.
I mean, she worked for him.
And
Senator.
it happened very quickly. He had his hands underneath my clothes, and it happened all at once. He had one hand underneath my shirt, and the other hand, I had a skirt on, and he went down my skirt and then went up. He pointed his finger at me and he said, "You're nothing to me.
Wow.
You're nothing."
What a nail.
And I think that's the hardest thing.
In every case, the truth is what matters.
I don't need to hear
And
the
this-
bastard. Stop it. Yeah, obviously, when she trumped his advances, he's pissed, and it doesn't sound like she's making this up, does it, Ralph?
You know what, Dot, the media will never put together? All of those that came after Brett Kavanaugh or Donald Trump were people that hated Republicans and had no connection to the man.
100%.
Those that went after Clinton or Biden,
yes,
all worked for him.
They all knew him,
and they were all fans of his prior to the event.
I will break this down. My instinct as a woman tells me that she's telling the truth.
Let me ask you something. Just on there's no statute on any of this, so why isn't she pressing charges now? Because she can.
No proof.
No,
but there's no proof about E.G. whatever.
No.
Yeah, but you're dealing with Biden, and you're also dealing with a media that is far, far left. Yes, Ralph.
There's only two states that don't have a statute on sexual assault. That's California and New York. This happened in the district.
There you go.
Or Delaware.
There you go. Yeah.
Well, that would.
Yeah, if she was accusing Trump,
yeah, they would believe me. Yeah.
Are you just going to finish every sentence for me there, Dave? Do I need that today?
Bourbon.
Yeah, he's sucking down the bourbon. Yeah. Well, that shouldn't be an excuse, or is it? And by the way, if you're not drinking while you're listening to this show, boy, you are not up to par. Yeah, what the hell?
How do you do it?
Yeah, and P.S. If you're driving, don't drink and drive. You may spill the drink. But if she was accusing Trump, all the MSN idiot sticks would be talking about this. Believe all women. All women must be believed, unless, of course, it happens to be a Democrat. Tara Reid's mom called into Larry King live on air. Remember that?
Yep.
And she gave a secondhand account of the incident. It was only within a couple weeks after it happened, and no one mentions this whatsoever. Whatever happened to this story? It's amazing this story dropped off the face of the earth, and even the video that I procured that audio from today on YouTube, it should have more views, but it's almost as though YouTube has hidden this information. It has like 163,000 views. That's nothing over a span of 4 years, and something so damning. But please, someone tell me who voted for this man.
I mean, Tara was so...
Who voted for this man? Someone tell me. I'm starting to be convinced no one voted for this man. I mean, I can't imagine. And the fact that there's even a gray area, or that it should be over right now. All right, Trump, yes, in a few months, you come in and we do the right thing.
Too bad it's not that easy.
by holding back weapons to Israel, I think this miscreant, a.k.a. the president, has blood on his hands, man.
Again.
Of course.
And P.S., yes, this is an impeachable offense. 100%. But
you know why?
Do we want to go down that route? Because this was already law. This was already written in.
Jerry Nadler wrote the impeachment articles against Trump for not sending Ukraine weapons.
Right. I know that.
No, but some of our audience may not, Matt.
But do we? But no, I appreciate it.
But Matt,
by the way, Mart, settle down. By the way, Jerry Nadler, why was he not a male model? Because that, in my opinion, old Jer, that was his calling.
No, he's Humpty Dumpty.
You know, I'm not.
Wait till he falls.
I am not saying he's a pedophile. There have been no accusations toward Jerry Nadler in that respect. But does he not? I mean, if you think pedophile, don't you see that face?
Yes, you see the belt buckle right around the breastplate. That's how he wears his pants.
Matt, all I was going to say is that when she goes into such graphic detail.
Tara Reid.
Yeah, Tara Reid.
Great actress.
Well, okay.
Yeah. Gorgeous.
She is. I've always thought she was great.
Gorgeous.
And speaking of great actresses, Stormy Daniels.
Stage number 3. Here comes Stormy Daniels.
This trial is a total circus. A total circus. You don't need to follow the Stormy Daniels trial because, well, you sort of know right off the bat it's a train wreck-a-roo. Yeah. The jury selection process, a disaster. This case is why we shouldn't have political trials. No one, and I mean no one, can be impartial. It's impossible. Shouldn't shock anyone if Trump is convicted, since the pool seems to be comprised of left-leaning, Trump-hating consumers of liberal media. I mean, that's who's... and doesn't it have to be...
There is an Irish construction worker on that trial.
So that's our...
And I'm holding out for him.
But he doesn't drink. That's the problem.
No. If he's an Irishman that doesn't drink, we're in big trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the weakest case against President Trump, but... I got to tell you, they'll give it everything they have because they have See, this is why I'm telling you, if the trajectory continues the way it is, there's no way it will be Biden against Trump because they, meaning them, those ass H's who hate the United States of America, have everything to lose. They have everything to lose.
And by the way, Matt, do we want Biden impeached? We don't.
No, it's just I just think it's a waste of time. I don't know. I just think it's a waste of time. You know, we should be using that time to get out the vote. That's what we need. We need those folks who are not even the fence sitters, but those who would vote for Trump to know how important it is to do the right thing this time.
And I agree with you, but we have dumb idiots. Marjorie Taylor Greene, who I kind of like.
Yeah.
Kind of hot.
I'm the same way. Sort of because she's feisty and yeah.
But she wants to knock out the Speaker of the House in an election.
Again with this. Just stop it already.
Exactly.
Why do we continue to eat our own when the friggin' Democrats are in lockstep? You know, they're always together on everything. Yeah. And we just can't seem to get it together. But here's the good news for old Stormster. Mia Farrow, wasn't she married to Frank Sinatra for a time? She was.
Well, she was the mistress or something.
No, she was married. She was a wife. Yeah, she was a hot little hottie.
One of Frankie's wives.
She, Mia Farrow, who, P.S., always a brain trust. I believe that Frank married her for
her brains.
Well, yeah, for her mental capacity, I believe. Had nothing to do with legs akimbo whatsoever. No, it was because, well, that, you know what? You know, that's a broad, that's a smart broad right there. That's a smart broad. Yeah, luck be you know who you are. That's a chick broad. Mia Farrow took to social media to declare porn star Stormy Daniels a strong woman who may not want to appear to be weak or a victim while she testifies against President Donald Trump. I believe this was the quote from Mia Farrow. She said, "Nothing wrong with being a hooker."
Well, Honesty.
Takes one to know one.
I don't. Not that all actresses are hookers, just most of them.
Oh.
So 50 Cent is on the Trump bandwagon.
No, pardon me. Fitty.
Yeah. He posted on Instagram a picture of Stormy Flakes on a box of cereal.
Yeah.
Porn flakes.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you watched any? Have you watched any of this? Have you followed any of this?
I have followed it all.
It is. It is so icky.
On ring number 3, here comes the lion cage.
Trump came out and said that they're threatening to throw him in jail, and I loved his answer. He goes, I would gladly go to jail for the Constitution.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
And the other part of this is, I'm hoping they do,
Yes.
and it'll be very calculated on Trump's part. I think that he wants to be more. I don't know. He's probably on the fence, doesn't like the idea, but geez, he'll be surrounded by Secret Service agents.
And it's a jail. It's not prison.
It's not. No. It's but wouldn't it be Rikers? Wouldn't it be Rikers?
No, it would probably be the courthouse jail because it's not for like weeks. It's
No. He would go through that. He would get put through it.
Get
He would
put
go
through
into-
what,
He
Dave?
would go into jail. He would go through the courthouse jail. You can't stay there.
Even
You
if
cannot
it's,
stay
even if
there.
it's one day.
Yes.
So
one day it won't be one day.
I did. One day.
So he would have to be.
He would have to be
at Rikers.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Well, I'll tell you what. If his handlers, those in charge of his campaign, if they don't do the right thing, and Trump should, he certainly has the street smarts and the wherewithal to have pictures in jail wearing massive bling.
Yes.
I mean, massive chains and maybe the clock, the giant clock hanging around his neck.
Hanging out with the big black gangs.
Oh, because they our black
would love him in there.
Our black brethren seems to already sort of be on his side in Harlem, digging him, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Show him out there playing basketball in the courtyard.
I mean, if everything is fair,
he would have a whistle. He would be the referee.
If everything is fair, I gotta believe this is a blowout. This is a landslide, if indeed things are fair. And it's up to the Republicans to have their act together to make sure that voting this time is done fairly.
That's why I think Trump is the right guy at the right time.
Yep.
Because he will make sure of that. His team's in place. It's not the RNC.
The problem is,
You're right. Unfortunately, it ain't the RNC. Trump. It's sort of interesting that they're almost diametrically opposed. The RNC and Donald Trump. The RNC not big fans of Donald Trump, but since he is the man, they have to back him. Not all of them, though. The Mitch McConnells, that Mitch doesn't like him.
No.
I mean the number of Republicans that are not fans because he upsets the effing apple cart, period.
Yes.
That's why he's the right guy.
Yes.
And more this time than even the first time. But and what is it? Inflation, according to Biden, it was 9.3% when Biden took over.
No, when Biden took office, inflation was 2.5%.
No. According to Biden, it was 9.3%. Just another lie.
Yeah.
Just another lie. But this is the man you believe when you have Tara Reid coming at him and going on record. And his mother, even before Tara Reid talked about it, going on the Larry King show, she was so upset and talking about the fact that this friggin' hair-sniffing piece of crap was manhandling her daughter. I got to tell you, if that happened to my daughter, and there'd be a noggin punch.
Yeah.
There would be and that's before he's president, so, much less Secret Service around.
None.
Yeah, none. But he'd probably have a bodyguard.
There's ways around that.
He would be in isolation.
When we return, Trump makes Whoopi Goldberg go absolutely nuts. Now, I know what you're thinking. She has a head start. She could be the stupidest female on planet Earth.
We don't know she's female.
She loves this sidestepping the judge's gag order, and man, you can see the happiness on her face next on Outlaw Radio.
I've gone to ground. change your mood. And when I'm down, you breathe life over me. Even though we're miles apart, we have each other's I'll fly home to you. I'm bending time. I'm getting back to you. Open fades into the new. And soon I know I'll be back with you. I'm nearly with you. I'm nearly with you. When I'm weak, I draw strength from you. And when you're lost, I know how to change your mood. And when I'm down, you breathe life over me. Even though we're miles apart, we are each other's I draw strength from you. And when you're lost, I know how to change your mood. And when I'm down, you breathe life over me. Even though we're miles apart, we have each other's
What's up, my peeps? It's Tattoo Dave here on Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio. Just wanted to check in, see how you're all doing. We greatly appreciate you and all you do for us. You're listening, you're watching YouTube, Rumble, X, formerly Twitter, and all the great radio stations around the country. We can't tell you how much we appreciate you, and we love you listening, and keep it up. Press the like button, press the subscribe button, do whatever you have to do. Keep it going. Tell your friends, and they told two friends, and so on and so on. We love you. Thank you. Thank you.
Arbitron and search rated #1.
This is Outlaw Radio with Magic Matt, the man who is always right.
Happy Mother's Day to you. Happy belated Mother's Day to those of you listening to us a week late. And those watching us now on Yumble, on YouTube, on Rumble, and X, formerly Twitter, and the greatest radio stations, Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio. Punch it in that way and subscribe, although I know you won't. You think about it, don't you? Don't you at least think about it? Subscribe to us on YouTube. Stick it right up YouTube's arseroo because, well, they hate us. They certainly are not big fans of our politics, and our politics are simply this. We love the United States of America. That's it. No more, no less. Sam Rubin, a beloved L.A. entertainment anchor, died at 64 years old a couple days ago, right here in Los Angeles.
He was a baby.
He what?
He was a baby. He was young.
He was
64.
Yeah, 64, man. Everybody in showbiz loved him. You know, he never asked hard-hitting questions or anything like that, but, you know, I knew him. I knew him off and on for years, and I don't know, his politics. I thought he was going, what are you doing? Over there? Oh, you're talking to, I forgot we got this dude coming on. His voice is so loud that we should make that booth soundproof. Yeah, wouldn't that be a great idea?
And no microphone in there either.
Yeah. So Sam Rubin, although we didn't agree politically, who gives an S? 64 years old. I guess it was just a massive heart attack. Took him, just boom.
Yep. Called in sick.
Yeah.
Worked the day before, did his show, and then called in sick.
Yeah.
And then had a heart attack that afternoon. Or that
God
morning.
bless him.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know about that.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, you know what? I think.
You know
aside
what?
From his politics, whatever.
What?
He was a professional, and what
he's a legend, kind of.
Didn't I just say that?
Yes, I'm just
I
saying.
thought I just said that.
All right. Anyway.
Do I need Dave to reiterate what I say?
Meanwhile, back in the
Are you talking about Pee Wee Herman?
Back in the soundproof ranch.
Paul Rubin.
Do you know, according to the FBI, that Mother's Day is the lowest crime day of the entire year?
Well, let's see why. Okay, you
because the
figure it out.
moms aren't doing crime. I don't know what the hell's going on.
No, I know what it is.
Because the scumbags are saying hi to mom.
Yeah, you know what it is. Because they got no daddy.
That's right. They got to go home and visit mom.
They're visiting mama.
That's right.
You know, by the way, I spent, it wasn't a Mother's Day, but I spent an Easter in South Central 2 years in a row with my former gal, Maggie.
Yeah, man, you told me this story.
Yeah, and, you know, we're the only white people there, and it was the greatest. The food was off the hook. It was this older couple who I guess were, they worked for Maggie's mother or something at one time. They lived in the hood for a gazillion years, really close to the old cop shop, so the police were right down the street. Good people. You know, got a little attitude from because there were about 25 folks, all black, only white. But, you know, I've never let that get in my way of having a good time. We all got along.
What's up, G?
Played some pool. I let G-Man win. You know, well, I didn't.
Better have.
I didn't want to get pop with a cap, you know.
What's up, G?
But yeah, that's one of Charlie Kirk's biggest arguments is the baby daddy thing with the Afro-American community.
Well, I think Charlie Kirk certainly needs more publicity, so thank you for bringing him into the fray.
Were we talking about Compton and you going to this thing, or Charlie Kirk?
I guess, baby daddy.
Brought it in.
Yeah. All right. Is our buddy there?
Yeah.
All right, Steve, what's up, baby?
Nothing much. Just outside enjoying the beautiful Charlotte night.
Okay. So, hey, P.S., I think I can speak for all of us here. We're fans of Charlotte, North Carolina. Or is it South? North? Yeah, North. So I got it right there. I should just go. You know what? It's like if you're playing match game, just go with your first thought.
That's right.
Right? Just go with your.
But not in comedy.
No, not in comedy, though. Yeah.
Good.
But the problem, Ralph, is I wasn't trying to be funny there, so I should have just gone with my first thought. So there you are in Charlotte, great little town. I've been to Charlotte, love the peeps for the most part. Good Americans who love America. And are you in the bar or outside the bar, Steve Abbott?
I just walked outside.
Right.
I was going to talk from inside, but all of a sudden, the last 5 minutes, it went from 4 people to about 35 people.
Well, with a name such as the name of this dive bar, and unless this is some sort of AI picture I saw. What I saw was a little tiny dive bar in between two massive buildings. Is that the way this place sits?
Yes, exactly. Just think of it as a dive bar across with the up house.
Shut your truck off.
Bro. So no, that's probably a trucker saying hi to us. Listen to the show.
That was a Mustang, but no, it's it looks like the up house in Seattle, Washington, with the places built all around it. It is legit. It is the oddest looking thing of a dive bar, and the condominiums are built all the way around it.
So it's this tiny little structure that you can tell it's been there for a gazillion years, and on each side, it's like a Monty Python film, right? Right?
I can picture it.
Like cartoon version, and then you've got these massive expanses of buildings on each side and this little tiny joint. And this is the money shot here. Steve Abbott, my buddy from Wisconsin, and the man who began the entire send meat and cheese to Matt and the gang on Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio. He started that. So for that, we are blessed to have you in our lives. We are blessed to have you a part and a mainstay of Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio. The name of the bar that you are about to enter is?
The Thirsty Beaver.
Thirsty.
How can
Thirsty Beaver.
How can a bar named the Thirsty Beaver be bad?
Right.
Anyone? Is there any possibility?
Not a chance.
I mean, right off the bat, being a heterosexual male, I'm hot just thinking about it.
Oh, wow.
Right?
Yeah.
And so I'm assuming that's part of their marketing is you, as a guy, you get hot, so you need your thirst quenched, right, as you walk in the door.
Yeah.
And give me sort of a look of what we're seeing inside that bar.
It is proper. It's got everybody from Billy Joe Shaver, Lionel Richie, a Smoking the Bandit poster on the wall, BJ and the Bear, Waylon Jennings playing on the jukebox. It's almost like a movie that this is like the most cliche, perfect dive bar you can go to. It's great. Yeah, it's got 40 people in it, but it's not packed to the gills. My beer, my PBR was $3, and a single Jack and Coke is $8.
Wow.
The 35-year-old woman, she looks about 35, not too bad. And I asked her, and she's like, "That's not a bad price," and kind of tough broad, I will say that. And I kind of said, "Yeah, I got to call into a radio show because I know you're going to ask." And she couldn't give a rip. I'm like, "Oh, she's Matt approved."
Nice.
We should have her on there.
By the way, turn him down just a touch there. You can't hear that in your headphones, how loud he is.
I've been doing it.
Here's the bottom line. She said, "Yeah, you're Magic Matt approved," because it's the bartenders that don't give a flip that we've got Steve Abbott in there doing a call-in because they don't need the publicity, do they, Steve?
No, not really. Well, heck, even in 2021, I guess Mick Jagger showed up here, and they made Rolling Stone. I kind of did a little bit of research.
Oh, wait, whoa, stop. That's the joint. Yes, now I remember. He was in town. They were performing. He had a night off, and that was the place, the Thirsty Beaver. Jagger is inside the bar, not recognized by most, but I guess one or two folks finally recognized him, took a picture with him, but I believe he was wearing like a trucker hat or some sort of a cap, in disguise, and that's, I just love that you're in the same place because Mick Jagger. Man, first of all, great businessman. Second of all, just a great dude.
Rock star.
But much more than that. A lot of these newfangled rock stars who take themselves seriously, he doesn't. He doesn't. And that's why he was out, and I believe alone that night. How cool is that? That a Jagger, and why did he choose this place? Don't you tell me for 1 second it wasn't because of the moniker, the Thirsty Beaver. I mean, if I could do a British accent, I would do Jagger saying,
I'm going to the Thirsty Beaver tonight. I'm going tonight.
Yeah.
It's called the Thirsty Beaver. I'm in.
Yes. And the Thirsty Beaver got their picture on the cover of Rolling Stone.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Come on. Nobody's going with me. I'm going, man. Let's go.
Hey, can I interrupt real quick?
Yeah.
Hey, Steve, cheers to your old man. Today, I think, is the 37th year of his passing, so I just wanted to say rest in peace and cheers to your pops.
Well, happy I guess happy Death Day?
Thanks for bringing us down, dude.
Yeah.
Dave. I was kind of happy to come to the PBR. That was his drink.
Wow. So you didn't have many years with your father, did you?
No.
Yeah. Is that what?
Life is short. That's why you got to go.
You
gotta go. When you gotta go, you gotta go.
No, you gotta go.
That's
and
right.
You being a trucker your own self, and you travel this beautiful country known as the United States of America, you've been to many a dive bar, and you've turned us on to some of the greats. The last one was in Wisconsin, way up in the hills. I think it was an Indian reservation, and it had to be the naughtiest looking dive bar.
Outhouse.
With outhouses, and this is sort of upscale compared to the last joint you took us to, right?
Oh yeah, this is like 5-star like dining. You know, this should be on the god. You know, but I showed a couple of people. A guy came down from Boston. He's sitting next to me. Kind of sat down with his buddy. He's been down here for 8 years. And he goes, "Yeah, I finally made it." We started talking. He gave me a line on a dive bar over in Boston. I got to probably go check out. But I showed him the plywood pallets, and it was like, oh my Lord! I'm like, yeah, you gotta get tetanus shot before you go that way. It's awesome.
You know what we should be doing is we should have you set this up prior, so on their TV, because they must have TVs there. All these bars have TVs these days, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Should have they should be watching us on YouTube or on Rumble.
We should
or
give
on
Steve a camera and let him go remote.
Right. Okay.
Oh, he's got that.
Okay. The next time we do this, you will be remote and you will be on with us because that obviously that's not it's not conforming to today's standards where the kids need a visual. I'm the old school theater of the mind, but. The kids, they want to see you in that dive bar. And P.S., I would like to see you in that dive bar. I mean, I would get a kick out of that. Steve Abbott, why is it that you're not an aficionado of Bloody Marys? Because in my opinion, I say something, Dave, of course, says the opposite.
Well, he is. I've got pictures to prove it.
It's like, well, then why aren't you ordering a Bloody Mary? Because that is the one drink that you can judge all bartenders by.
Well, today is the 37th, so that's why I went my PBR. And I just kind of, this place kind of popped up out of nowhere. A friend of mine, I seen the message when I messaged you. He sent it to me. I barely know the guy going, "Hey, you got to check this place. I go here." And I'm like, I'm in North Carolina for hauling those race cars. And he's like, "No." And then all of a sudden, I kind of messaged you, and within the last 36 hours, it was just all like, "Oh, I guess I'm going there. Well, this makes sense. Well, that makes sense. Well, screw it. I'm going to go do a liver push-up at the Thirsty Beaver. Let's go."
Why not, baby?
All right, my man.
Hey, Matt, is it Steve? It's Marty. Are you the one that sent us the last barbecue sauce, that spicy stuff?
No.
Okay.
Hey, Steve, you could have saved that. We're off the air and not wasted another 20 seconds of valuable airtime. Steve Abbott, I love you, buddy. I love you. You're one of the good ones, and I love that Wisconsin sound that you bring to our show. It is much needed for Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio. Steve Abbott, I am a fan. I think I can speak for everyone in this 1876 Virginia City, Nevada style bar. Thank you, my friend. Oh, there he went.
So, say Chris that you had on earlier was great.
Oh, you're talking about Bitty? The Bitty Schram?
Chris with the World War II with the planes.
My cousin.
Ralph's cousin.
Okay,
yeah.
So you didn't care for Bitty Schram, who played Sharona on Monk?
Chop liver.
I'm not knocking her. I'm just saying I walked on the USS North Carolina today, the battleship. Nice. I flown up in World War II planes. I go into the EAA. I love all that stuff. Yeah. And I'm listening to them talk. Yeah. And I've been up in one of those 17 bombers. Yeah. And it's just like you get this ultimate warrior type pump, like, this is America, this is incredible. And you realize the kids that flew in those things, it's just like, my God, when you say greatest, it's just until you hear those radio engines roaring, you just don't know.
Wow.
Hey, Steve, this is Ralph, Chris's cousin. Yep. If you're ever rolling through Dallas, let me know. I'll hook you up with my cousin. He'll take you up in one of those planes.
Nice.
Steve, I'm showing a picture of you on the North Carolina right now.
Oh, beautiful. Oh. Yeah, well, now you know, not simply because he happens to be quaffing a beer at a bar called...
For $3.
Yeah, the Tasty Beaver. What's the name of this joint?
Thirsty.
Okay, well...
Thirsty Beaver.
Zombeaver.
The Zombeaver in beautiful the Carolinas. This man is a patriot and one of the good ones. Steve Abbott, thank you for being in our lives, man. I appreciate it so much.
Again.
It's good, man.
Talk to you soon, Steve.
All right, when we return, Trump makes Whoopi Goldberg melt down, and I'll have just enough time to get to a little of that. I wanted to get to Greta Thunberg, who joined the mass anti-Israel protest at Eurovision Song Contest. And I believe Malcolm McNeil, how do you do? I believe they won that contest. You're obviously in the 70s. But Greta Thunberg, I handled her with kid gloves for the first few years. She's 21 years old now. She's a friggin' nutbag.
I loathe the Magic Man.
She is a nutbag. Look at her eyes. Her eyes tell it all.
She's crazy.
All right, next, we'll play a little Whoopi Goldberg for you on Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio. Thank you so much from the bottom of my bottom and the bottom of my heart for being there.
Now we return to Outlaw Radio's Demons of Decadence.
Yeah, we have enough stuff here for another hour, but I'm not going to do it. Like gay Douglas Murray.
We got winners.
Is he defined by his gayness? Well, you know, I'm saying that for the woke left because apparently everything is defined by your sex or proclivity therein. So it's, you know, it's you guys and gals who started this crap. I'll get to that next week. Bill Maher obliterated the media. Get to that. Oh, I don't want to leave without telling you that Macklemore, he's that dude from Seattle. Yeah, he performed pro-Hamas, anti-Biden song at New Zealand concert. So I don't understand how pro-Hamas, well, I guess I can, yeah, because they're against Biden and they're pro-Hamas. And hey, Macklemore, you're worth $1 gazillion, but obviously you're as stupid as a mud fence. Yeah, you really are.
Hello.
What a big friggin' a-hole.
Too bad. Writes good music.
Yeah. Well, he's a.
So did Charlie Manson.
Yeah.
Well, no, he didn't. Did Charlie write songs?
Yeah. And Whoopi Goldberg is the host of her own show daily, and I'll get to as much of this as I can. I am convinced that this woman is too stupid, even for television. Here we go.
Stormy Daniels is on the stand testifying in the criminal fraud trial of you-know-who, and he was out there whining outside. He is such a snowflake.
Pause.
Oh my God!
Wonder how she'd act if she were there on trial. Hey, how do you think she'd be digging this? Go.
Get out of my behind.
All righty. Sorry. Oh boy, you know it's. I have to harken back to my buddy John Albee, who.
Stormy Daniels.
What would he ask? Right. What would? Whew, wow. What would he ask right now, John? What would John ask?
How hard can it be?
How hard can it be? Right? How hard can it be?
I was on a seesaw. It was wonderful.
You're talking about College Radio? Oh yeah. Yeah.
88.5 FM at the college, Northridge.
I must finish this up next week. Because Whoopi Goldberg, this smile, and she takes such great love and passion in the fact that Trump is there on trial, and she wants him to go to jail. This is how stupid she is. She really is a stupid effing moron, this Whoopi effing Goldberg.
Yeah,
with this much talent. She did one good movie where she played a hypnotist, a ghost, whatever the hell.
Yeah,
but she was good.
psychic, yeah.
She was good in that movie. But aside from that, God, I just can't stand this teenage ninja turtle looking stupid effing dumb bolt broad.
We should be caught up. I let it play a little bit.
But okay, a little bit.
Stormy Daniels is on the stand testifying in
Oh,
the
yeah, that
criminal
really caught
fraud
up.
trial of you-know-who. And he was out there whining outside. He is such a snowflake.
And the crowd goes
Gosh,
nuts.
it's so mean to me. He was whining outside the courtroom yesterday about the judge threatening to throw him in the clink if he keeps violating the gag order. See, when they give you a gag order, they're ordering you to shut up.
Pause. He's running for president, you stupid bitch. Do you understand the problem here with giving him a gag order?
Right.
Do you at all? You don't really see. You would see the problem if indeed he were a Democrat and he were on the other side.
And Matt, who needs a gag order?
Oh, Whoopi effing Goldberg, man.
The rest of her life.
Speaking of gag orders, man. Oh my God. Get out of her vagina.
Oh, get out of my behind.
Yeah.
I see trees of green.
All right. So, okay, it'll be a big show a week from today. I thank you for spending some time with us. Billy Dilly, why aren't you in here moving the curtain and pissing me off again? Huh? It's almost the end of the show. You should be going out of your way to piss me off, so I mention you. Tattoo Dave, I love you dearly.
Love you back.
My brother Marty. Ralph Odierna. Did we lose Mark? Is he gone? Did he go home?
He went to a family dinner. He'll be back in...
He went to a free dinner is what he said.
Okay. So he found somewhere to eat for free, and he's out of here, man. My thanks to lovely Bitty Schram, a.k.a. Elizabeth Bitty Schram. Isn't she great?
Yeah,
Is she not the most beautiful? I'm talking about from the inside out, man.
I want to marry this gal.
Oh, she's beautiful. Stand in line, my friend. She's in Idaho now. And thanks so much to Steve Abbott, our Wisconsin boy, who is our dive bar hunter.
Yeah.
God bless him.
That dude drives and drives.
Mom, happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day, Mom.
And Dad, love you. And Milt Larson up there in the heavens, my entertainment, my showbiz mentor. Love you, my friend. I'm Magic Matt. Until next week or during the week, please don't forget, bumblebees can't fly.